Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Tonight, episode 7 of our Fabula Ultima campaign, Fatal Ascension. Which I'm sure is it's just buzzwords. It doesn't mean anything. We can just ignore that part. Before we dive into it and meet some maybe new faces we have here in the stream, I do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being we do have a sponsor for tonight's stream that is Soul Muppet Publishing. They published the Orbital Blues game that we played not too long ago, and we'll be playing again in the near future because we loved that game and wanted to continue it, which happens with like every game we play here. But if you want to go check out their stuff and support us in the process, you can use the link that we've posted in chat to go and do so. Also, if you miss any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. It's just Lost Caravan RPG at YouTube. There's something like 270 something videos, which is insane. It is bananas. But they're there. Lots of great nerds telling a bunch of great stories. Highly recommend you go just watch all of them. Spend like a month watching every single video. Also, if you want to support us even further, you can check out our website, lostcaravanrpg.com. You can learn about the stream team, the community that helps to support us, as well as check out some of our very cool merch. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm going to pass it on over to the lovely cast and crew. Let them tell you who they are and who they're playing tonight. And I think we have a little bit different order because the layout's a little different. Going down the line, there is no fail tonight. Durand will be roaming the city looking for trouble, which means that we are starting with Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. You can find me on Twitter, wherever. We're gonna whatever at uptight_Chiffon. I know that is falling apart as we speak. And tonight I am playing Sprout, who is looking for someone/something very important to them. And hopefully Hoop is not gonna bully me, but we'll see what
Never.
happens.
I,
Never. Hoop has never bullied anybody
no,
once in his life.
I am just a little guy.
Truly.
That brings us over to Anna, as we are unfortunately missing Liza as well tonight.
I am so suspicious that you were just a little guy. But yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer, performer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter and wherever else the TTRPG community ends up at Archival Dust Bun or Archival Dust Bunny, however many letters they let me have in the username. But I play Cadence, the time assassin, who is at home now, where she's from, and I'm not at all worried about that. Not sweating it at all.
No, it's going to be great. And that brings us over to another just a little guy, Kit.
Hi, it's me. I'm Kit. You can find me places on the internet at KitRollCause or just at KitRoll. Depends on, if somebody stole my username yet. We'll see. And yeah, I will be your Ophi tonight. Your resident automaton, just a little guy, has never committed a war crime in its life. Totally fine. Having a good time.
Absolutely. And emerging from the shadows, like the sneakiest of sneaks, Taylor.
I was muted because my dog was barking. Hello, everybody. I'm Taylor at _potato_ everywhere. Again, who knows where. Just gonna be my friend on Discord. That's where I live. Also same name, because now branding's easier. Thanks, Discord. We're getting with it. Yeah, and I'm playing someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're having probably just as good of a time as everybody else is, but for very different reasons. So we'll leave it with that for now.
It's a regular good time.
Yeah.
Yes, that just leaves me. I, of course, am Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game, and for most games around here. Well, they are going to see a bunch of friendly faces behind the GM's chair in the coming weeks, because we have a bunch of great people that want to tell a bunch of great stories, and we are here to support it. Also, if you want to come roll some dice with us, our casting call for Call of Cthulhu Week is currently out. We have, I think, like 10 spots left, which is crazy because there's 11 games, and they're almost entirely filled up. So come sign up, come hang out. I think that's all we got. I think we can dive into what I have promised is going to be a totally normal game. Phone is blowing up, and I'm gonna silence it. Let's kick up some music. Nice, moody.
Hey now. Is the mood happy? Is that what the mood is?
The music is called Sins of Our Fathers. So
Well, okay, so
last time on Fatal Ascension, we got to see a little bit of the city of Straya, a Magitech capital of this part of the world. Smack dab in the center of a magical desert, cut off from most of the rest of this continent, intentionally so. Typically left to their own devices, but they keep their hands in all of the miscellaneous political pots. One of their agents went dark a while ago. That agent has returned to clear their good name. Along with them is a handful of companions. All of which were, of course, told to stay put and stay safe with our good engineer friend. As Sprout immediately said no and left. We are literally as split up as a party can possibly be. We could not have split the party any harder than we did. But it should be fine. Also, last session, near the end, we ran into the Steamwright brothers, who is currently escorting Drand back to the city. And maybe we'll get to see some more from them. But, for the moment, we stand just up there and find out what our good friend Cadence is up to. You left all of your companions in hopefully one place that they should be safe here in the city of Straya. And you set out...
I told them to stay put, so they should be fine.
Course. Why would they go anywhere? You set out with a illusionary device at the behest of one of your closest friends here in the city. As we follow Cadence out of this safe house and into the streets, where are you headed?
I need to clear up whatever is going on. Zariel warned me that people are suspicious of my absence, so I am heading, I think, to speak with the High Scholar.
Oops. On the way, would you roll a travel roll for me? It is relatively safe here, so it's just a d6.
That's a 1. I don't remember if 1s are good or bad.
Ones are bad.
Of course they are.
I would say that you could spend a Fabula point if you'd like to re-roll it.
Yes, I would. I
Invoke
should use a different
your
die.
heritage of being from this city.
That's a 3.
Good enough. The streets are alive. There are entertainers, there are street magicians that are showing off, new incantations or magical devices that fit in the palm of your hand or your pocket. Just a little more than tricks, little trinkets that they're peddling as these wonderful inventions. Of course, you, being who you are, see through them, but you can't help but think that there are eyes watching you. An ability that's kept you alive all these years. Probably tend to trust it. You are currently in disguise. I'll leave it up to you if you'd like to do anything different, or is it still just a straight walk?
If I am being watched, despite this illusion, I would like to duck down an alleyway or something, one that I know that I would be able to hide and see if anyone's following me.
How about an insight dexterity roll to kick us off?
Absolutely. That's double sevens for 14, and I believe a
Ooh.
crit.
Yes, and you get an opportunity.
Awesome. Let
What
me
would you
get
like to
our
take for your
spread.
opportunity?
I will. Information is tempting. Yeah. I'll take information. So spot a useful clue or detail. I guess in addition to what I get from a successful roll.
You are very good at what you do. And even just ducking down for a second, just kind of lean back against the wall down this alleyway. You do see a figure walk past you. You recognize the walk, you recognize just the slight kind of pouch under the cloak of a dagger or some other concealed weapon. It's not drawn, they're not here to kill you, but they definitely were keeping an eye on you. You have definitely lost them. Also, Sword and Key, thank you for the raid. I can appreciate it.
Do I recognize who it is, or?
I think your view would basically be like the back of their head, not a ton of detail.
Okay. No worries. I will let them pass then. I'll watch for another second to make sure there's not a second tail, and then I will continue making my way. A little more careful this time.
I would also say that with your opportunity, you would know for a fact that if they have someone tailing you, they have someone tailing your front.
Yeah. I thought that might be the case after whatever happened with our registry when we came in. The faster I get taken care of my issue, the quicker I can help them.
Okay, we press on. Where exactly are you headed?
What time of the day is it?
I think we got there pretty early in the morning, so you're probably looking at early afternoon.
I'm going to try the Arcanum Heights first. See if the High Scholar is at home. That'll be easier to sneak into, I think, than the full academy.
Absolutely. You, of course, have your own means of getting through the city without being seen, little shortcuts that shave off a block or two of travel. But the city is quite a bit different than when you were here last. A lot of the shortcuts you remember have been blocked off. A lot of other shortcuts have been created. The city continues to grow. You see the occasional just small bit of street crime, whether it's just a purse being lifted and someone shouting that they've been robbed, or some street vendor that had a trinket stolen. Things that really shouldn't be happening. This level of petty theft wasn't really here when you were home last. But you slip your way into the heights. As I remember to pull up my own notes as I make fun of Kit for taking notes. The Arcanum Heights, a district that serves as the center for magical research and the education in Straya. It houses all of the prestigious academics, the magical libraries, the laboratories where scholars and mages delve into the intricacies of magical theory and its application in technology. This district is characterized by the massive towers adorned with intricate enchantments and floating platforms that facilitate these magical experiments. There's no carts, there's no stalls in this district. There are guards, of course, which you'll find no problem. You find the occasional platform that's empty, and you can take it up into the towers. It's not too long before we find that we're standing outside the living quarters. And you do see that there are lights on inside. There are guards out front. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I still don't know exactly what's going on, so I'm still going to continue sneaking. I've snuck into this estate before, so I'm
Many times.
sure there's a trellis that's slightly obscured by another building shadow or something that I can find my way up.
Much like the rest of the city, all of these shortcuts that you probably paved, a lot of them that you grew up using to scour the city, now finding that a lot of them have been blocked off. You might expect that places like this, which are much higher security, that, especially for people that are aware of your abilities, would seal off entrances like this. But no. Your secret way in is open, it's clear, almost invitingly so.
Great. I don't know that that makes her feel any better. This is a conversation I need to have, so I will make my way up as quickly as I can.
A little bit of movement. You make very short work of the climb. Slip in. You find that the sound of the city, that vibrant hum everywhere, is deafened here. There's a very light scent of incense being burned. You hear very soft sounds of music. You can see movement through one of those, changing curtains. Someone is sitting at a desk, maybe doing makeup, maybe doing hair, maybe reading. Hard to tell exactly what.
Is there anybody else in this room?
It was not.
Yeah, Cadence, I think, makes her way forward quietly and kind of leans up against a wall arms crossed over her chest, where she can see this person, and just waits to be noticed.
It would only take a few moments. Here. Took you long enough.
It's not exactly the homecoming I was expecting.
What were you expecting? And from this angle, kind of like peering around that divider curtain, you can clearly see that there aren't. The glint of a very short blade hangs off their side.
So what exactly is going on?
Why didn't you tell me?
I have been doing my best over the last few weeks to keep my head firmly attached to my shoulders. That's why I've not been in contact. I'm sure you've heard the rumors out of the kingdom.
He stands up, turns, still has that blade out, very much pointed in your direction. But is kind of taken aback by your current appearance. I guess we should get this out of the way. Are you here to kill me?
No, I'm not here to kill you.
Good.
Why would you think that I'm here to kill you?
Don't know. We sent you to the heart of enemy territory. You disappear. No word. We hear that the king's been killed. No sign of your body.
Well, you know it wasn't me. I wouldn't be that sloppy.
Came here with others. Outsiders.
I did.
Can they be trusted?
Most of them.
Good enough. And she will step forward, knife still in hand. Just looking you dead in the eyes. Are you still loyal to me?
Of course I am. Were you really going to try to stab me with that? You've never been able to beat me in a fight.
Just kind of tosses the knife on the bed, leans forward, and just gives you a big hug.
I will absolutely hug her back.
Singularity Roleplay, thank you so much for the raid. You are in for a wild ride tonight.
So was it you who put out the order or the council?
Council. Missed you, Cadence.
I've missed being here. It's been... Things have been rough. But I'm back now.
How long?
I guess that depends on if you have another mission for me.
I think the council wants to be on hold for missions for a while.
Why is that?
There are things happening everywhere, things that agents are having trouble keeping up with and having trouble piecing together what all this means. Kings being killed, entire sections of the oceans being just cordoned off by these mysterious mercenaries, armies roaming continents looking for something. I think that you have any part in this.
just been fleeing. For whatever reason, we were the ones they pinned this on. Probably because we were there.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Seems to be. I'm not entirely sure what happened in Avasatus myself. An army of some sort. We saw a creature, I think.
I could probably buy you a week. Time to relax. I'll claim that you need rest. We need to debrief you before the council can grill you. And if they get their hands on you, they're not letting go. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Guess we're not done traveling then.
No, of course, I am telling you to sit tight. In 1 week, you will have a meeting with the council, which you certainly can't miss. Whatever you do with that information, I have no part in.
So you think they'll wait a week before debriefing?
I have some strings to pull. I have some favors that I can call on, which of course you'll be paying me back for.
They've been waiting for this.
Yes, they have. And when they bring you down, they're going to bring me down with you. You to figure out what's happening.
I'm hoping we can do that here. I need to talk to my contact in the Veiled Society, see if I can get any information on what we saw.
I've cleared your clearance, or restored your clearance. The various guilds and all of the parts of the city. Either you were going to kill me and just forge it yourself, or you were innocent and there was nothing to worry about.
What happens after a week if I'm not here for that meeting?
I have a lot of work to do, a lot of people to reassure that you're not a threat, and we just don't worry about what happens.
Thank you.
What is family for?
So am I free to walk about the city then? Or do I still need to sneak around my home?
Go. Tell the assassins to not kill your friends.
I would appreciate that. I'd hate to thin their numbers right when I get home.
We'll get caught up sometime. I feel like you have work to do. Bring them over for dinner. How's tomorrow night sound?
Can make that happen. I think they need a place to stay. Thought we might use my quarters.
Garage isn't a suitable bunk for them to sleep in.
As much as Zariel would appreciate the guests, I think they may be more comfortable here.
You know how many code violations they break every one of their experiments?
Yes, but the amount of money they bring in for our guild is... well, it pays to look the other way sometimes.
And for a moment, she gets serious. Like the tone changes, her smile fades. Something happens to me. We need to get Zariel out of the city.
Has there been a threat?
Not exactly, but Zariel also doesn't make very many friends. I don't think anyone would. They don't know life or anything, but I think they would lose their garage. They'd get arrested.
But you also said if something happened to you, has there been a threat? I know I haven't been here. I hope they've still been guarding you.
Oh, you have work to do. Last thing you need to do is worry about me.
I'm going out the front door just to fuck with your guards.
They could use the in the pants, as I believe the expression is.
I was really worried coming here.
So was
that
I.
Something was actually amiss.
And you can clearly see that moment where, like, there's words that are building up and then just get swallowed back down. We'll talk more at dinner tomorrow. No, enjoy your freedom. Enjoy your home.
I'm just glad that no one's trying to kill me here. It has been a long few weeks. And the dockmaster gives her regards.
Yeah. And what did they say?
I just give her a smile and turn and walk out. As I'm walking out, I will pull from my bag. I normally wear. I have my the shoulder cape, the purple shoulder cape that I normally wear, and I will unbutton that and replace it with. Now that I'm back in the city, with my official one, which is gold, and embroidered on it in white is an osprey with wings up diagonally with a blade centered behind it.
Yeah.
I walk straight out the front door, not even look at the guards, just to walk out the front door, leave the doors open for them to shut.
They absolutely just look at each other, look inside, half expecting to see a very bloody scene, and then just close the door. No words have been said.
Get them replaced.
But yeah, I think as we step out, we can pan out, jump to another district of the city, and find Sprout. Sprout, you kind of stormed off. Of course, Zariel didn't try to stop you and actually wished you luck in whatever you were doing. Where are you going?
Sprout is trying to clear their head a little bit. But he's trying to clear his head, but it feels strangely empty. So he is looking for stimulation. He is looking for something that will distract, and would probably head toward wherever there is a bustling of people, either looking for information or kind of just this is supposed to be like an information capital. And Sprout is thinking, if there is anywhere that I can learn about espers and the abilities and maybe how to tap into the network, somebody here might know something.
Absolutely. No one really ran you through the different parts of the city.
Nope.
There's not exactly a map posted anywhere. So if we're purely following noise, I think the district that we would find you in would be a little more, certainly more lively than many of the others. Not quite as fancy. Things are a little more shady, alleyways are a little thinner. It doesn't have that same air of showmanship or glory or vibrant colors. Everything is just a little darker. And you catch the familiar scent of taverns, of gambling dens, of smoking dens. And everyone at first does give you a look of who are you and what are you doing in my home? And then see this air of just kind of confident adventurer that you have and don't really give you a second look.
Unlike previous times, Sprout is not trying to be super explorative and distracted. Um, they are much more like their emotions have definitely mellowed out. But I will say, if we pass by a like help desk, whatever the phrasing was, whenever we showed up and they asked about who was registered, I would pause and see if there's any sort of information. Um, yeah, I Sprout does not understand what that is because Sprout comes from a really small town and then from Avis Aetus. So is very curious about why there was some question about who is registered to come into the city.
Yeah, I mean, if you even asked around just a little bit about registration, they would point you in the right direction. Eventually, finding a tiny little office, maybe 20 foot by 20 foot, that just kind of extends up floor after floor after floor after floor. It looks almost entirely dead. There's one person sitting behind one desk and not another soul in sight.
I will go up to the person.
A young feminine figure, maybe early 20s, hair like pulled back into that very professional like bun, like sorts some papers quickly, like brushes down her jacket. Yes, can I help you?
And this person would see that Sprout looks exhausted because pretty much since their Esper powers got taken, they have been trying to tap into this empty reserve, just trying to see if it is coming back at all. So pretty foggy right now, but I would just go up and say, I heard something about a registration. I'm not from here. I just wanted to double check if I've done things right. I don't want to get in trouble with the city. Is there a way to see?
No worries. Please take a seat. Can I get you anything? Water? Coffee? Tea?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Where are you coming from?
Uh, oh fuck. I forgot the name of my hometown. I come from a place pretty far. Actually, no, Sprout would not say that. Um, Sprout would probably say a Bart because Sprout does not want to give away that we have traveled from Avis Aetus, just in case.
Right. Bark. You can clearly see that her mind is just piercing holes in this story already, but just kind of bites her tongue. And I'm sure you just simply lost your papers. No, no worries. We can get them reprinted for you.
Can I? Uh, can I just want to get a sense of if I am in immediate danger.
Insight?
This is my worst one, but I am scared. That is, I take the highest.
Add them together. You're looking for a difficult. It's difficulty 8.
Oh well, that doesn't matter because it's a 4. So
She very clearly, even in your exhausted state, if you're not the best at reading people, very much seems like she's just trying to give you a break. You don't
Could I take
seem dangerous, and she's just trying to help
could I take her in a fight if I needed to? Like,
very easily. She is
okay,
rail thin.
okay, cool. Then yeah, Sprout would just say, yeah, yeah, I guess so. I'm just, yeah, I don't want to cause any trouble here.
It's fine. It just kind of like starts to reach out to like pat your hand and then takes the hand back. And how long are you going to be staying?
I think about a week. I kind of want to just be able to see the city a little bit. If I stay longer, can I extend my papers?
Yes, of course.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Probably about a week then.
All right. And do you have any goods to declare?
Would I know what she would be asking about? Like if that's like produce
Trade,
or
yeah,
like
produce, trade goods, machinery.
just me?
And you cross the deserts by yourself with nothing.
I mean, I I would pull out like my rations bag. I started in a bark because they had those really cool dragons. Got one of those. Went for a ride.
Did you also need a permit for keeping your transportation?
Uh, well, I let it loose in the desert. So,
Wait, what?
uh, I just got the sense maybe he didn't want to come into the city, and I didn't. I'm getting the sense now that that was not the right thing to do. I could try to go find him. I can try to go do that.
She just kind of gets up, goes over, shuts the door. You're going to tell people you're from a bark, then you should really know the most basic of customs. No one would let loose a dune dragon just into the wild.
Well, I started in a bark, at least in.
I'm sure you did. I'm also sure that you did not come alone. Whatever you're hiding, I need to know if it's dangerous.
No. This is probably the most dangerous thing on me, and I would show my battle axe, which is like stored on my back, and just say this is the most dangerous thing that I have.
You come back in the morning. Whoever you came here with, have them go over some customs, a proper story to tell, and we can get you properly authorized to be here in the city. I cannot, in good conscience, sign this paperwork.
Am I going to have any problems today walking around not authorized?
As long as you don't start attacking people, no.
Can you tell me if I am registered? The little voice at the gate implied that I might have been.
Can I get your name?
Uh, fuck. I'm just going to give them my last name, Tassir, because I don't know if it would be under Kodrin or Sprout.
No. Well, I had someone registered with that name, but it expired over a year ago.
Can I ask what the first name is?
Absolutely not.
All right. And Sprout visibly looks confused. Like this is Sprouts. They're not very smart to begin with, and they've had a really long 24 hours. Um, well, I appreciate the honesty. I'm gonna hand over 5 zenny and just put it on the
Please.
counter.
Keep it.
Where I come from, this is the way to repay. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna walk out.
I made it. Don't kill anyone.
I'll try my best. And I will head toward this tavern district. And God, I don't know what to do with this information. I'm just gonna, as I'm going, kind of clock if there are any. I don't know about the Osprey. I don't really know anything about what Cadence does. So I am looking for anybody who looks official. That might be like some kind of a guard system. I don't know that, like, okay.
Here you wouldn't.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna head over to this little tavern district.
And are you looking for anything in particular? Any kind of establishment, or just?
I would like to clock any sort of entertainment space where one can go to be distracted, whatever that looks like. I'm sure that there's more than one, so I'm just kind of clocking those. But I'm specifically right now just looking for a tavern, not too busy, not too quiet, just super average.
Things here tend to be marked with symbols rather than words. You find one tavern, a symbol of a wolf carved above the door.
I will head inside.
It's relatively empty. For a building of this size, it's about 50% capacity. People are drinking, people are gambling. There are dancers up on a stage currently swaying to music. Barkeep looks at you. What are you drinking?
Is there anything that I recognize? Do I guess that there is a universal version of beer that I can order?
Meads,
Okay.
wines, beers. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some mead, I think. And I'll just kind of whatever their version of a house would be, or well,
Where do you keep the amulet?
tucked away. That is like it's not even around my neck. It is buried in a pocket, especially right now.
Well, that pocket is vibrating.
Is this similar in any way to anything that has happened before with the amulet?
Yep.
Is this like is this the brothers, or is this like something with Mara?
Not Mark.
Okay.
Who's
Uh,
with the brothers.
Is there like a quiet corner that I can go to? Not here.
There's stairs.
I will. I'm just gonna sit at the bar, and I'll just very casually put my hand in my pocket and put my hand on the amulet. See what happens.
It is vibrating.
Do I get anything when I touch it? What? Poop? I don't know what to do with this.
Enola. That sensation of just being around something that you're meant to see, something that is pulling you in. Some call it destiny, some call it fate, others call it luck, whatever it is, you just have that sense of it's there, it's waiting for you. This individual comes in, sits down, orders a beer, and stops, puts their hand in their pocket, and seems to be just sitting there.
Okay. Let's see. We said this is like afternoon time.
Now we're probably about noonish.
About noonish. How long has she been here? How many drinks trying to think how long has Enola been here and how many drinks she's in. it is noon, but you know.
What else you got to
What else have I got to do? Nothing. So I think, yeah, is definitely a little swaying by this point, and feels that kind of tug, and I think just kind of like looks over. Am I just at the bar or somewhere else in the restaurant? Where'd you say?
It's
Or
up
the
to
bar?
you.
Okay. Ooh, because I feel like Kian will appreciate it. Let's do a little Aragorn and the Prancing Pony vibe, like just back back in kind of a corner. Like the shadows fully like encompassing almost to a natural degree, and will probably know the bartender. Oh, probably by name very well. So I think she does just like a little whistle and kind of like nods over towards Sprout, and then like lifts up another drink, trying to like signal for the bartender to be like, tell him come over here.
Looks at you. Like, points. Yep.
Yeah.
Vindir just puts down the drink. This absolute hulk of a man. You would think maybe half ogre, but he denies the claim that there's any ogre in his bloodline. It comes over, kind of. I don't imagine that Sprout is used to be towered over, but he still stands probably a good 6 or 7 inches taller than you.
Holy shit.
I mean, bulk of a man. Like, world's strongest man territory.
Okay.
Like, sets your drink down. This one's on the house. Specifically, nods over to the corner of the room. Drink spot for you.
I'm gonna glance over. Can I see any defining features of Enola?
Very well hidden.
I am going to first Sprout instinctually tries to reach out through the network. Nothing happens, but that is still just they are a one-trick pony when it comes to that. They do not know what else to do, and it feels very distressing that nothing is coming from that. And then we'll nod to the bartender and kind of glance around the room, seeing if anybody else is paying any attention to them before heading over to Enola.
You probably get a few looks when you stood up, but
Okay. And Sprout is going to go over. Are you at a table or a booth, you think?
Ooh, booth. Those are comfy.
I
A little
will
more
go.
secluded.
I'll go and I'll stand at the end of the booth, but Sprout does not sit down and just says,
amulet is furiously vibrating.
it gets stronger the closer I get. Oh, fuck. I wouldn't have gotten that close. You would have seen Sprout take like a couple of steps, and once they noticed that it was getting stronger, would start to kind of circle around, get their back to a wall as they're walking over. Like, would not approach directly. Is like feeling like they need to prepare themselves for something that is coming. So would get as close as they could, where they're still kind of tucked away into a corner where they feel safe. Bartender said you paid for my drink.
I think she'll kind of like lean a little bit to where, you know, catching maybe like the light through the window or something a little bit better, where you can kind of see under the hood and see your features a little bit more. Like definitely very just like very pointed features, but very like nondescript. You know, there's not like a lot to like really pinpoint there. But we'll kind of, you know, kind of forward, do a little squint, kind of look you up and down, and then just does a big smile. What's your deal?
What do you mean by that?
Kind of like that's flips her hair and kind of like leans forward. You now see like the two giant like crow tattoos on her shoulder blades and like chest area. She's like, there's just like something about you that
Can
I
you
feel like I should talk to you.
can you see from this angle that there are 3 eyes on the crows? Or does the head
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
like, behind? Okay.
Yeah. The head's on the front and the wings, and it kind of goes out like it looks like you can see the crows like flying, and then it gets kind of smoky in the like back end, so the like faces are what's up front.
Pretty badass. Um, you would see Sprout kind of absentmindedly go to scratch over the left part of their chest, spill their drink a little bit on them because they haven't taken their hand out of their pocket. Um, I mean, I'm just here visiting, looking for
Excuse me.
something.
Sit. I can feel like her feet were like kind of up on the like the whole bar or the booth that she was sitting on, and like puts her feet back down. You see probably like 7 or 8 empty tankards on the table now.
Sprout has been like pretty stiff, but Enola's mannerisms, Sprout is like very comfortable with. This is more the vibe that they want to be at. So you would see them kind of relaxing and they sit. Who is the amulet still freaking out?
By the time you sit, it's vibrated to such the degree that it almost feels like it's stopped.
Uh,
Like kind of like a radar would ping more and more and more until you got to the point that you were looking for, and then it's just a solid.
okay. Uh, you don't see a lot of followers of Scorus around here, and would gesture to your tattoos.
Oh, yeah, you know, they sprinkle in here. There. Maybe is that why I'm supposed to talk to you?
I don't
I
know why
feel.
you feel like you're supposed to talk to me.
Mm, have we met before?
Does Enola look? Would I have met Enola? Okay. Uh, Sprout is going to get like I imagine they're sitting across from each other. Sprout's gonna like scoot to the far end of the booth and kind of gesture for Enola to do the same. And I will pull out the amulet and place it on the table just in front of me. My hand still on top of part of it. If it makes noise on the table, then I'll pick it up because I don't want it to just be buzzing.
It's like a phone vibrating.
Yeah. Uh,
Bzz.
does this mean anything to you? Does this give you a sense
Samuel.
of why you might want to meet with me? I don't
Hmm.
remember what the amulet looks like, Hoop.
It's kind of like yin and yang. It's half of an amulet, uh, very draconic, kind of like the head of a dragon curling down. But the other half you can imagine would be the opposite, with the head of a dragon curling up.
Would I, in whatever bits of knowledge are still floating around here, have any concept of like what it is exactly? Or could
I
I?
think that you would have a very unique concept of what that is. In all of the research that you have done, a very similar looking design. There isn't much, but it would have led you to more of a rumor than fact. One ancient dragon, possibly one of the progenitors of the dragon kin, being that of the creation of magic. That figure, that mark, was seen multiple times throughout recorded history. Though no one ever really tied it to anything. Again, this is pure speculation, pure rumor. Your collection of research that you've done on the subject, even for someone like you in this city, it is embarrassingly little, the information that is available.
I think that as Anola looks at it, does that just thing that all of us do when we're excited about something and say every detail in just like one breath, like basically repeats that general thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have one. The dragon. I don't think I'm connected to a dragon.
Well, it started vibrating when I walked over here, so there's a possibility you might be connected to a dragon. And I am
Cool.
looking
And
through
we
my
haven't
notes.
met?
I have never met you in my life.
One of these days, someone's gonna know me. One of these days.
I think this is a fantastic point for the door to open and for a figure familiar to both of you for different reasons would step through the door. Cadence, I would assume some weight off your shoulders, now able to roam free in your own home city, stepping through the doors to the Wolf's Way Tavern. Eyes scanning the room looking for your contact.
Yes. So eyes, I think, stop on Nola in the corner, and then very slowly eyes glide over to Sprouts.
You're muted.
Oh, I hear.
Sprout would do one of those, you saw the gesture, where they just start slowly sinking down, like trying to avoid being seen by an angry parent.
I make like little shadows. Just gonna dance over a little bit. What's
Yeah.
wrong?
Doing the same thing.
I don't think that she wants to see me. And I would start to just like, oh god. I start to like bustle the amulet away, and Sprout's like, please stop talking, stop talking. And I am looking for an exit. I do not want to get caught by Cadence.
I will make my way across the room. Seeing Sprout here, do I notice any osprey here who are tailing?
Absolutely, you do.
How many people did Sprout not notice?
I mean, there's just two. They're just sitting at the bar drinking. Like, they're not weapons at the ready to spring. They are legitimately using this time to drink and chat and occasionally keep an eye on probably both of them, to be honest.
No.
Yeah, I'll as I pass them, I'll just lean in. You're done. Head back. And keep walking towards the table.
They just look at each other, and you hear in a very low voice, "One more round."
And I will stop at the end of the booth, not sitting down, just standing there, looking between the two of them. I thought I said stay with Zariel.
I had some things I need to take care of. Fancy meeting you here, Cadence. I honestly thought you would be busier longer.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I am still
You
busy.
know me.
I
I
do
know
know
you.
you. How many drinks have you had?
At least 8.
Okay. Scoot over. Sprout, please.
You caught Sprout like as they were one step out of the booth, and it's just like, oh fuck. Scoots over to the side, does a shuffle of shame as they scoot to the other end of the booth.
I'm assuming Ophi is still with Sario.
Yeah. She, or, I'm sorry, they. I don't remember what pronouns Ophi uses.
Yes, and
Uh, yeah, they seemed pretty keen on hanging out. So
Well, I guess it's fitting you're here. I was coming to see my contact, if they had any information on the amulet.
Oh, that's me, right?
Looking at Sprout's face.
and that's
You've
the
already
face that's
showed her, haven't you?
thinking.
I then repeat the exact thing I said earlier in the exact same words and tone back.
I mean, it kind of told me to come over here. So
And
Right.
something told me to talk to them.
That may have been the drink.
Maybe. It's been happening a lot with or without the drink, so I don't really know. I've told you my name. Hi, Manola. And go to shake your hand, Sprout, because I don't even think I've introduced myself.
I have Hoop. I don't know if this will do anything. I still have a hand on the amulet in my pocket, and I will reach out and touch Enola. Does that do anything?
That scene that you'd seen kind of your first day of traveling, when you'd taken that moment to connect with the amulet and you saw the two dragons debating about, is it time? No, we need to wait. The world is still young. We need to still give them time. And the other just taking off. Not giving the other one the time of day and going to do whatever it was they were talking about. That that moment where the two of them are kind of locked face to face staring at each other and mimics this moment just for instance.
I like snatch my hand back very quickly. Yeah.
Oops.
Nice to meet you. I'm gonna look at Cadence. I didn't know you were looking into the amulet.
Well, we might as well. I know people who know how to get information. Is your partner skulking in the shadows like usual? She says, looking around.
I think there's like one of those things where body language gets a little kind of like uncomfortable topic. The eyes get real sad though, but the rest of the face does not change. But there's like something in there, and she's like, I don't think. No, they might be dead or missing, or I don't really know. They think I killed him. I didn't. I yelled to the two Osprey babysitters that have been tailing me.
Are you okay?
I I feel drunk. I feel angry and I feel sad, but I don't know why I feel those things because I don't remember anything. Well, I remember bits and pieces of things. Most of my memory, I don't remember things. So really, I've just been sitting here, hanging out with Fendir until they tell me what I do.
You're going to need to tell me that story once you sober up. I'm sure it's a very interesting one.
Will do.
So do you not have access to the society then?
Yes. Chaperoned. Why? What are we doing?
I just need information, like usual.
I do know that that was my job, and I do remember some things. So maybe I remember that thing. I remember the dragon thing.
Cadence gives her a strange look because this is not the Enola that Cadence knows.
I'm sorry. I am very confused. What is the society? Who is your friend who's telling you what to do? Why are you dressed so brightly? Looking at Cadence. What is
It's just
what is
a
happening?
cape. Do you want to talk about the society?
I mean, I can.
Is
Can I?
this
Can I? Yeah.
does our and I'm looking at Cadence. Your friend and their friend back at the garage, do they need to know about it? And Sprout is trying their hardest to not mention Opie's name. This I've already made some fuck ups. I've been told that I don't know what I'm doing in this city, so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't do
Me
any more
too.
of that.
We'll head back and check on them soon.
Oh, anyway, we're like basically spies.
I knew that about you, pointing at Cadence. I'm a little surprised to hear that from you, but I've heard weirder.
Different
I've heard I used to be
organizations,
better.
though.
Yeah, different like branch vibe, general. Anyway, basically, I have lots of information behind a wall in my head, but some of it I can still access. That's cool. But also with Chaperone, you could maybe get some more things.
Sprout looks very frustrated when you say behind a wall in your head.
Me too.
Well, I
I
I
keep
would love
thinking that
that.
these will fix it as I just lift up two absolutely filled tankards, but it's not.
I'm gonna take one of the tankards and
Yeah.
take a very big swing from it.
Sprout, what else have you been up to today?
Uh,
Aside from staying
well,
put.
I went to the self-help desk. Not self-help, official help desk. The help desk. Where a very, very kind city person told me that I am not good at lying, which we know, and that I can't kill anybody.
That is a rule here, yes, as it is in most cities.
I have kept to it. I have not murdered anyone.
Me neither.
We're 2 for 2.
Also good.
Uh,
Did you
somebody
manage
with
to,
my last name has been here before, and it wasn't me.
is that a cause of concern for you?
I mean, nobody in my family has traveled this far. We're a long way from home. My family would not. And I don't know how to figure that information out. I don't know what their first name was.
Well, did you manage to get registered at least?
No, they told me to come back with a better story.
We will stop by on the way back to check on the others.
Excellent. I'm not registered, so there's that. We know that it was me who was the one that was missing from the list, which
That
I
worries me
don't
a bit.
suspect. Yeah, I don't suspect that makes you very happy. So that's all I've been up to. I want to sell this and would gesture to the armor because I do want to sell the armor. I'm ready to get rid of it. So I was gonna see if there was a market or something around here, but I got waylaid.
Not here, no. Anything you sell here would be, well, things you don't want eyes on. We can try the Oasis market. They probably have something. Find you someone to give you a good price for it at least. But we should check on the others first.
When you say that there are other quality of items here, that kind of does you would sell that it catches Sprout's interest, but They wouldn't say anything, just kind of nod along to heading back.
Are we going shopping?
I'll look to Cadence.
Wait. You're not registered? What? Hold on. Say those words again that you said earlier. You said something. You've been here? But
I've
you
never
don't
been
know
here,
me? Oh.
but somebody from my family has.
Huh.
And that's a weird thing.
Who?
Not sure. Have you met
Gonna
anybody
find
with the
out.
last name Desir?
Not that I know of. Do I? Do I know of?
Mm, unless you've done like some real deep digging into very obscure visitors, probably not.
Probably not. No. I could do some digging though into very obscure visitors if you wanted me to.
That would be great, but I feel like you might need to be sober for that.
I mean, we could also just ask when we get you registered.
Yeah, they might take more kindly to you than they did to me, so that would be great.
Oh, can I use my cleanse spell on my inebriants?
Absolutely.
Cool. If Hi, we're friends now. This is just how Taylor makes friends. You say 3 words to me and we're friends. Hi, we're friends now. If like you need me to like not be here, but like be back down to here, I can definitely do that. But if we're gonna stay here, I don't want to do that.
We have some things to take care of. Are you, I'm assuming, not busy? I say, looking at the 10 pints on the table.
No, yeah, definitely not busy. And that interesting story that you want to hear, I don't know, maybe probably use your help because you know higher people than I do. And I can find out a name
This counts as
and
the
other
favor I
things.
owe you.
That is worth it. Remind me that I said this
Wait,
later.
why does Cadence
But
owe
it's
you
worth
a
it.
favor? And I like lean in very intentionally toward Enola.
I was already like in the process of like conjuring my cleanse spell, like, oh my god, so you won't believe it. The spell cast. And I'm like, sorry. That was rather. I've had a rough couple of weeks, months.
No,
Let's
no,
just
no,
say
no,
that.
no, no. I'm gonna grab a tankard and push it toward you. No, 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 no. I want to know why you owe Cadence a favor. Why Cadence owes you a favor? What'd you do for her?
Just part of the business, trade and favors and knowledge.
You were a lot cooler when you were drunk. And I'll start gesturing to Cadence to get out of the booth.
I think as that spell finishes and Nola kind of, brushes the hair back, kind of straightening out for just a split second, you'd see a mark very similar to your amulet, just right around the base of the neck.
Is it like a split second because of like the gesturing of clothes, or does it like appear and disappear?
Like shuffling of clothes and hair and, the cloak hood before it gets repositioned and it's covered.
Hey, what the hell is that?
Excuse me?
That mark that you have on your chest. What is that? Why do you have that there?
Birthmark. Had it since I was a child.
It's a weird birthmark.
Okay. Thank you. Because some subconscious covers it up a little more.
Kian says as somebody with a birthmark on their face, so like to be clear, I'm very familiar. Interesting, but guess that's another thing that you probably don't remember. So
I remember my birthmark. Look, it
And
kind
it's
of looks like a horse. It like fully has not connected the shape. You see, this is like the mane.
yeah, okay, all right. And I will try to leave if Cadence will let me leave. I'm not sure if Sprat is still
Yeah.
grounded.
Show me which desk you tried to register at.
I will do my best to get us back there. I think I would know how
Yeah,
to get us back.
absolutely.
Okay.
I think for even just a few moments, we could pan out, go peek in the garage, see the experiments that are currently going on between our two engineers. One of which, even under their copper feathers and copper hair, has been blushing probably a majority of this time. Ophi couldn't be more oblivious.
I don't know that it's necessarily fully oblivious. It's just it would be rude to comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's there's a million reasons why a humanoid might blush. Lots of reasons. Increased intracranial blood flow is a common symptom of a lot of things.
It's also getting
It would
warmer
be-
in here with the experiments,
course.
and yeah, that's it.
The torches and the
Mhm.
arson and of course, yeah. It'd be,
Well, what have the two of you been working on?
Well, so we've been reading a lot about dragons per Sprout's request. And also this person that that Ophi's hanging out with is a winged creature. And so Ophi's very curious how something like that might translate to something like it. So there's been a lot of drafting, a lot of do you have this material, a lot of do you think the physics would work here, trying to a lot of very quick prototyping and scrapping and reprototyping, and this one might actually work. And yeah, so Ophi's been after dragon research is mostly concluded, Ophi's been trying to build herself a pair of wings.
For anyone that doesn't know, Zariel Emberwing is a I cannot remember the name of the creature.
Harpy?
Harpy, yes. With copper hair, copper feathers, very like pristine leather engineer's garb, but lives in an absolute, to most people, nightmare of machinery and tools and half-finished experiments. To Ophi, paradise? Just a reprieve,
It feels like home. Part of home.
But yeah, two of you now spending hours working on this prototype after prototype, mostly harmless. I'm sure there was occasional a few being slammed into the wall by some propulsion gone wrong. And,
Fine.
should we perhaps maybe think of a helmet?
Oh, I think I will be all right once we get the trajectory correct. She'll sort of knock, and it's like not like clinky, but like hollow a little bit.
They also
That'll be all right.
like reach up and kind of mimic the motion, like just kind of patting the top of your head, and then yes, parts down. There's parts down here. And just absolutely turns away and just goes and busies themselves.
I think there's definitely a couple of moments, because I mean, here's the thing. Ophi has been very, very open about like, while Zariel was helping fix the arm a little bit, like, oh, well, this is how this works. You open this part and it goes in here, like explaining the whole thing. Totally fine with like looking and poking and prodding and tinkering and stuff. And now there's a very good example of what wings look like right here. So there's like a very like she asked first, but if Zariel will allow, there's definitely like, well, okay, so let me like, well, how does this joint do the? Okay, interesting, good notes.
Just like statue, just wing out, just stuck there. Yes.
Are you okay? Am I hurting you?
No.
Okay. Just like, I don't. You seem stiff. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm great. Wonderful.
Just definitely a very just like not even really looking, not even really parsing it, just sort of like more focused on the drafting up the wings and stuff. Just like, you are very beautiful as well. Yes.
Yes.
Are you okay?
You are. Yeah. Yes. Should we? Your friend disappeared many hours ago and has not come back. Should we maybe go?
Miss Cadence said to stay put.
Right. Maybe if we thin out the layers of the wings, it could help with the not needing the extra fuel propulsion. Clearly changing the subject. Just 180, changing the subject.
Ophi allows it. This is fine. We're doing a million things at once. It's okay. And sort of like, Do you think it would still allow? If it would still allow for the correct surface area, I think the physics would still work.
If it's thinner, then when it folds up, it would just hide under your cloak. No problem.
I think it would have to. I think I could find a way to fold it up inside of the back panel, and then it would be fully hidden.
We need to open your back panel.
What? Like it's hard? Like, yes, I have to open the arms to do the weapons. I just sort of like will like reach under the shirt, open up a panel in their like torso, and it's just like there's like a bag of coin and rations and like that's like there's like a pocket. Like it's like should I not?
No, this is fine. But let's just measure some dimensions.
Sure.
And I think they'd be content to just sit and measure, and again, just kind of melding into that. Okay, this is science. This is experimentation. We're just ignoring that compliment. It never happened. We're pressing on.
And then every time that Zariel does like any sort of like, inspect and measure whatever, like it comes right back at them equally. So it's a lot of like very like we're pointedly not talking about how intimate this is.
I think like every 15 minutes or so, every time there is maybe a more intimate moment, you'd hear almost like this very like beep sound, which is very quickly covered up by like moving machinery and like writing in a book.
Hooper, how dare you do this to me? That is so cute. Oh my.
But I think we can leave our two engineers for the moment. Cadence stopping back by the office, you'd see this woman, locking up, as she's literally had one visitor today, and it was a very strange encounter at that, and has decided to go and get some lunch and maybe run some errands. Looks and sees Sprout again, unlocks the door.
I'm going to point to Cadence. I found a better story. Walk inside.
You shouldn't say. Hello. Please help your friend, please.
Yes. They are here with me. I think that should suffice for the record.
I hope so. Uh, and she'd come in, have you sit down, go over, name, reason for staying, point of origin, everything that would make sense on an official document. Sign it with a just. Oh, all right. If I could just get your signature, you will officially be a visitor to the city of Strain.
Uh, just because it feels important to character development, it is a very grandiose and flowery signature. Not what you would expect, but it is like hand flying to write out their name.
Wonderful. Good luck.
Really quick,
Mhm.
can you tell me now the first name of the person who has my last name who visited? Now that this is official?
Sorry, but that would be a breach of privacy.
I would like to know what it is.
As would I.
Sprout looks very smug standing between currently their two parents.
Oh,
Do I know this individual's name?
how much time do you spend at the registration department?
I mean, probably there's a few times I've had to come up with or have some not my own papers and such,
Fair enough.
or bringing goods in and out that may be more above board.
Her name is Prose Morningfall.
Rose, darling, you know anything said in my company is lock and key.
The name registered is Nelladry. They didn't spend very long in the city. In fact, they left long before their anticipated date of departure.
Doesn't say how they left.
Really, I'm not supposed to tell anyone this information.
Well,
You don't
it
have
is.
to tell me. You could turn around.
She reaches down, kind of quickly scribbles, looking back and forth, folds up the paper, tucks it under your own paperwork or your copy of your own paperwork and just slides it over. Have a pleasant visit.
I'm gonna drop 5 more zenny on the table just because I
Don't
know it'll make
have
her
to-
uncomfortable.
You don't have to do that.
I'm aware. Do I know the name Nelladry?
Have you done much digging into your own genealogy?
I would have done a little bit because I was the first Esper in my family. So I would have looked back just to see if there was another Esper.
In that case,
I
yes, you would have heard of the name Nelladry,
okay.
an outcast in your family.
Do I know how they were connected? If this was a cousin or an aunt or an uncle or a non-binary term for a parent sibling?
Aunt would probably be the most apt description.
Do I know which side of the family?
Mother's side.
Okay.
Maybe great aunt, I guess.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, actually. I entered the city with someone else who seemed to already be registered. I'd like to get the name of that as well.
Who are they?
You can just check under my name and see who arrived with me.
Don't have that information exactly. I only have a list of recent registries. I can look
I
through
can
a
step
file if you
outside.
have.
Yeah, if this is my company is why you're not wanting to give names, I won't be offended.
Any last name? Last name I can look up?
Of the person I arrived with?
Yes.
I mean, not one that I would know of.
Is this like a written list that
It's like opening a file cabinet and like going through alphabetically.
is this like a freestanding desk or like a countertop?
More like a countertop.
I'm gonna slide over and open up the filing cabinet and start digging.
Please.
Clearly, you're not comfortable. It's okay. It's okay. I can do it myself.
This is official business. Don't worry about it. Go to lunch if you like.
Just turns and just heads out the door.
And I'll look and see if I have Ophelia's name.
You do.
I'll grab it, hand it to Cadence.
What is registered?
The name Ophelia is registered as a visiting noble dignitary. At the age of registration, she'd have been probably 8. There was no listed departure date. In fact, Ophi should still be in the city.
And the arrival date is when we arrived?
It is marking the latest arrival date as when you arrived, but it was registered years ago.
Interesting. I'm actually going to keep this paper. Just going to tuck it away.
Are there any other fun names in the filing cabinet that I recognize?
Probably none that you recognize, but there are thousands of names.
Is Cadence's name? Do I come across Cadence's name in there?
Would they keep your files of registration in public record, or do you think those would be sealed?
Oh, probably not. Not
Damn
at
it.
all. No one needs to know when I come and go.
That's true.
Damn it. Okay. I'll close the filing cabinet. Hop back over.
I will kind of like put my hand in the way before the filing cabinet closes and just not say anything. Probably didn't even hear me walk over there. I'm just gonna start flipping through and I'm gonna look for Rowan's file and just like again check and make sure there's been no him coming in. And just put it back down. Yeah.
Is everyone ready?
As long as you have what you need.
I have something. I'm not quite sure what it means, but should check on Ophi and Zariel. I'm not sure which one I'm worried about more in that garage. But
They
we
also
should
have
check on them
dragon
regardless.
eggs. So maybe the dragon eggs have hatched and we'll have more things to check on.
Gods, I hope not.
Who are you people? This is quite interesting things you've gotten yourself wrapped up in, Cadence.
Yeah. Pile of complications that I've picked up along the road. And Cadence gives Sprout a smile and walks out the door.
I am obsessed with that. Thank you.
Well, I think as we head back and rejoin our party after no one dying and splitting the party 5 different ways, which achievement unlocked, I think. I think that's a wonderful place for us to take a quick break, give everybody a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, do what you got to do, and we'll come back with the second half of this adventure. totally not with Zariel and Ophi experimenting, for lack of a better term. We'll see you soon, everyone. Welcome back. Where we left off, we'd bullied some poor clerical worker into getting fired, and now have fully registered our team as visitors in this city.
Look, she's gonna need that money that I left if she's getting fired.
And
She's gonna be fired for accepting bribes.
I assume that you're all headed back to Elfie and Zariel. Well, the two of you kind of, for now at least, putting the finishing touches on the wings, having found a way for them to kind of fold into the back compartment, which it takes a little effort to get them folded back in at the moment. It's not perfectly flawless. Like, releasing them, it's beautiful form, beautiful execution, 10 out of 10. But it takes a little help to get them folded back in properly. But trial and error, you know.
That's probably what they walk in on, is Zariel trying to like shove these wings back into Obi's chassis. Just walk in like, hello. It's just like metal, like horrible screeching.
I mean, you do
slowly turn, look at Cadence, like, what's
the two of you would hear the knocking, which of course Zariel like just that once I'm just going through and like goes up to that window and kind of like pushes it out like they did when you all showed up, and an arrow just sails through the window and just sinks into Zariel.
I am performing first aid.
I am immediately following where that arrow came from.
I'm going to cover Ophi.
Even as the three of you got
casting
there,
a spell.
ready to just walk through the door, no knock required. You just hear the sound of the arrow zip through the air, and can hear Ophi on the other side just trying to perform first aid, trying to like just push through the shock of what just happened. And I'm gonna kick up some combat music.
Oh man.
I thought we were coming back.
Don't kill my best friend.
I thought we were coming back to fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was fun for a second. Point of order: is Zariel still awake?
Zariel's kind of in this state of shock. It wasn't like instant kill arrow shot. It was like taking it to the collarbone and just kind of lying now flat on their back, just staring at the ceiling, just not comprehending what has just happened.
Okay, alright, okay. Not dead yet though. I can work with this.
So, the top of combat, we roll initiative. Everyone should have either a bonus or a penalty to initiative, depending on what equipment you have or what abilities you have. It is dexterity plus your insight. I need to know if any of you beat a initiative of 13.
I got a -3 to my initiative, so that's a total of 3. Why I'm selling this stupid armor.
I got really good. I got exactly a 13.
Ooh.
I got a 14.
And what is the initiative roll again? Sorry.
Dexterity plus insight.
That's a 13 minus 1, 12.
Would you like to spend a fabulous point to reroll?
No, I trust them to go.
You are going to go after. You and Sprout are both after.
It's okay.
After, Cadence, I think 14.
14. And if I have line of sight on whoever did this, I'm acting before combat as well.
There is no line of sight. But if instead of making that attack at the top of combat, I would instead give you the means of trying to track down where this came from.
I can perform an objective action.
Mm-hmm. Let's go with
We'll do that
insight.
Insight.
As insight checked pops into the chat. What are the odds?
That is a 15.
15, absolutely. Just your eyes just kind of do that mental math. It's that scene where numbers are just appearing, following the trajectory up, seeing just the tiniest bit of movement in a window as a crossbow is pulled back, getting ready to reload for another shot. And you're noticing that what was a busy street has very much cleared out, other than a handful of individuals. Weapons at the ready, kind of glancing at you, but mostly staring at its weapons.
Do I recognize anything about them?
They have no insignia, but you'd recognize that they're clearly mercenaries.
Operating inside the city.
Operating inside the city, a place where this shouldn't be able to happen.
Worrying. Alright, yeah. Is that the only sniper I see? Is the one?
Just the one.
I will shout to the others then. Sniper in the window.
You're
Nice.
top of initiative.
I'm first. Can I make it up that window? Up to that window? Is there stuff outside that I can scale this building, or do I need to go inside and up the stairs?
If you want to try to get there in time to have an action, I'd probably go with a might check. But if you want to basically spend the turn ducking into the building and sprinting your way up, you could get there that way much more safely.
And how many people are in the street?
3.
Yeah, I'll trust. Yeah, I'll. Might would be 2d6s. Ugh.
I'd put it at difficulty 10.
I will. That's all the way up and all the way down. I'll spend my turn running up. I will just kick in the door and dash up the stairs.
Our shadow just darting into the building and up the stairs. Finding that this building has been cleared out, there's no one here to stop you or yell at you for barging into their house as you were just sprinting up towards the top. Then that brings us... yeah, you're the only other one that rolled higher than a 13, or at least a 13, right?
I rolled 13, yeah.
So Enola, you're up.
Okay. You said that they like opened up a little window for us to get in, and that's where the shot happened.
So
I think I'll just like kick it closed real quick.
So when the party got here the first time, they knocked on the garage, and there's this little like view window that Zariel like opened, peered out, saw it was, you know, Cadence and friends, closed it and let him in. Exact same procedure, window was opened, except it.
Full beans. Yeah, I just want to like real quick just make sure that's closed. Not too wild. And then I'm going to, why not kick it off with a spell, baby. I think, yeah, like, we'll kind of like grab the dagger, is ready, and is starting to get real smoky and shadowy. And I think bits for flavor of that shadow kind of start to wrap around Smee, Sprout, and Cadence, because Ophi's still inside, yeah? Okay, the three of us outside.
Cadence is gone. Cadence disappeared in the building, looking for that sniper.
Could I... Because I think it's just sight. Could I have, like, started this while they were running? I don't know how, like, turns happen. Okay. Because, yeah, it's just anyone I can see. And so, yeah, there's just going to basically be some nice little shadowy, smoky bits dancing around all three of us. And for anyone who does not already have a defense of at least 12, your defense is now 12. So we're going to be a little buffer. Yeah. And that's last for the scene.
If you can see somebody inside the window, my defense is higher than that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, if I can see.
It would bring you up to 12 if you weren't already at 12. If you're over, no effect.
And yeah, you use your over one. Yeah, I would probably know how beefy Cadence is.
I would say so.
So yeah, so then I will do for Ophi instead.
And, any move you'd like to do, or are you?
I think
ready to face down this trio.
Yeah, I think I'm just readying. I think I've like I said, the dagger getting real smoky, but crossbow in other hand ready to just kind of see someone. Definitely is not like come fucking get it. It's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. Shadow just filling that space. Sprouts, what's your defense normally?
10.
Well, yeah, that is not an insignificant boost.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Mine's normally 6, so I'm really happy for the spell. It hurts though, but
the sniper is going to just spend the action to reload just this massive mounted crossbow, and then starts to hear the steps coming up the stairs, pulling out a knife and just readying themselves. The other three, now a 3-on-2 fight, it would seem. See that the two of you clearly intend to get in their way. Weapons ready, just kind of come stepping towards you. You walk away from this. Doesn't concern you.
You said they're just like kind of assassins, so I probably don't recognize them either.
They don't even seem like assassins. They literally just look like hired
mercs. Yeah. I think it'd be better if you stepped away from this.
You go check on our quarry. We'll take care of these two. They are going to charge towards you, pulling out a silver sword. This is going to be dexterity plus might, which is d8. Let's get a roll 2. And this is multi-2, and it does ignore resistance. First attack is going into Enola, second onto Sprout. To Enola, that's a 9. That's gonna miss. Sprout, that's 3. Tries to take a swing at both of you and is just catching shadow. Starting to get aggravated. The other one just comes around, kind of just like rolling over them, try to strike you both. To Enola, that is a 13 to hit you.
Oh,
not a crit though, because it's a 6 and a 7. Oh wait. They get bonuses to hit. Silly. I don't remember where for the first time. I assume they're both misses. So this would be 18 to hit.
Okay. Yep.
Which is going to be 18 points of physical damage.
Okay.
Again, it ignores resistance. if you have any resistance to physical.
Gotcha.
The first one just kind of coming with just these wide, flashy blows, not even coming close to hitting you, but the second one just slipping under their attacks for just like this feint and strike between the two of them. Sprout. That's much better. That is a crit for a total of 17.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
That
Opportunities.
was 17 damage?
No. That would
Okay.
be 17 damage, yeah.
Oh, so lucky. Thanks, Hoop.
And they get an opportunity. They are going to make you shaken. And the last one is just going to get to the door of the warehouse, just kick the lock in, and use the action just to open it. Which, Ophi, you'd now see this figure coming in, weapon drawn, and you'd see your companions fighting up the street. Ophi, you're up.
Oh man. Okay. Well, alright. I'm a little bit distracted here on account of trying to keep somebody from dying. Oh my goodness. I don't want to have to split my attention and attack this fool, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. I think Ophi, like, I don't, is object interaction a free action?
Depends.
Can I pass Ariel something?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool. I imagine there's like shop rags and stuff all over. I'm just gonna try to like find the first relatively clean one I see, like press it very hard around that where that arrow is, and just put Zariel's hands up there. Just hold that, and then with the full fury of a 5-foot-tall robot, I would like to throw some fucking punches if I can.
You would, like, as you're starting to pull your hands away, their hands would like clench up around yours. Finally, the brain's starting to connect with what's happening. Looks down at the bolt back up at you.
I will be back.
No.
I will be back. You will be fine. Hold that.
What? And full rage of Ophi engaged.
Yes, this is not really what I'm built for, but it's fine. And
one wing is still probably like half out.
Interesting. Okay, that's fine. She's not gonna take the time to fix it. She is turning her arm into probably a sword at this point, because that feels appropriate, and the most badass weapon she's seen is Starlight. So she's just kind of sword arm.
You
Swish swash.
might not have noticed before with the tension going on, but that arm that has been fully repaired with the, that forged into the blade itself has been etched with just feathers down the spine of the sword.
Oh man. Hey, Hoop. Why must you hurt me this way? Oh man, there's definitely a look at that, but we don't have time to unpack all of that real quick. But I do have time to unpack this fool in front of me, and I would like to do that very much. I would like to smash him so much. What
11.
even is? Oh, let's see. Which one do I have to roll for this? I have it written somewhere. There we go.
Resistance to physical
Excellent.
damage.
I believe it counts as magical. Maybe not. No, this one doesn't count as magical. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I don't. Ophi's not thinking. Ophi is angry. Well, that's a 15.
Yeah,
So-
it's her defense 11.
Sick, gnarly.
The blow does hit, and there's invisible runes that kind of just flare up on impact, as they clearly have some kind of runic armor.
Okay, all right. Noted.
Dangerous.
That is going to be damage is going to be 16.
So that have down to 8.
Yep.
Again, just kind of takes the blow, just lets out this little growl, staring at you. Stand aside.
I cannot do that, sir.
I think that brings us to Sprouts.
So I was trying to look this up, but I couldn't find it. What are the rules around heavy weapons? Do I need to spend an action to load? Do I get to attack the same time that I bring it out?
It typically takes 2 hands to wield them. They're usually martial weapons, as long as you have the martial proficiency, which we already talked about your proficiency. So, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to pull out Inferno's Embrace, the heavy bow that we got from Ignisarith.
Yeah.
And I see Cadence take off, so I'm going to turn around to the one that just walked into the doorway and is squaring up with Opie. And I want to shoot it.
Okay.
Where'd my dice go? That's going to be a 13 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
So what are oh, go ahead.
You get to choose another target other than your target to take fire damage.
Yes. So the one that I hit, because I hit both, correct? Or no?
You hit your main target, but it's such a red hot arrow that it just catches another enemy in the path.
Okay. So I rolled a 10 on one, so the damage is 24. And it's fire damage. And whatever, because whoever is not engaged with Enola. I don't know if anybody's engaged with Enola. No, because
no, there's 2 that were basically yes, they are. They're engaged with both of you.
Got hit. Yeah.
okay. So then I will shoot the one who is near the door for the main damage, and the 7 is going to go to whichever one was walking up.
The one that basically snuck under their partner and stabbed you with their blade. You just whip out the bow, and it is just a burst of heat in their face. And that fire arrow just sails off, pins into the back of the guard that's facing down Ophi, and there's now just this smoking, ember arrow just stuck in his back.
He's still standing.
He's still standing. I believe he's in crisis, however. He is in crisis.
Okay. And then I would like to move closer to him.
Yeah.
I want him to see who shot him, because I don't want him to go after Ophi.
As you're stepping away, there's a moment where your shadow just hangs behind, and they go to take this parting strike at you, but it just cuts through your shadow.
Cool. That's my turn.
Right, brings us back to the very top, back to Cadence. Reach the top of the stairs, kick in the door, and you are facing down a sniper that's just got this knife out, just ready for you.
Yeah, I kick in the door and almost casually step into the room. You lot have really fucked up. You know who I am.
You do.
I'm going to ask you once, who hired you?
Hired. Hires you for destiny.
What do you mean, destiny?
No.
Enlighten me.
No. It just like makes just kind of this, fanged like swipe towards you, just clearly ready to defend themselves.
Yeah, Cadence rolls her eyes at that and draws Starlight, which, as always, does not make a noise as it is drawn. A black void of a blade with this pricks of starlight in it. And she steps forward and I think lunges to one side, and the image of her disappears, and she's on the other side of them. And I will breach to begin with.
Yeah.
That is a 12.
Yeah.
Actually, that's 2 6s, so that's a crit.
That's a crit.
Just barely.
So,
We'll take it.
opportunity.
Oh, I want information. That's my opportunity. I can do my attack first if you want.
I'll give you a unique bit of information that really only you could get in this moment. That as this person is talking, like, the mercenaries out in the street are kind of mouthing the same words.
Like the ones in the pub. Right? That's what happened, right? Back in episode 1?
There was a hive mind aspect to them.
I don't like that. Yeah, so I breach.
Defense 9. Papers aren't meant to get into combat.
Yeah, I don't think he has any armor I want to destroy, so I'm going to do the additional damage boon. So 6 additional damage every time he takes damage. Yeah, so as she does that, and the fractal clock kind of twists around him, she spins and stabs with Starlight. It's a 17 to hit.
This defense 9 compared to... Yeah.
Yeah, with breach, this will be 26 points of dark damage that ignores resistance.
In Crisis...
And that's all my stuff.
That blade just physically ripping through, literally just travel guard, just cloth. There are like winces of pain, but they fade very quickly. Brings us to Enola.
Okay. So we still have 3 around us, right? 2 engaged, 1 in the door.
Technically 2 engaged with you as Sprout went off towards the one at the door.
Okay. Is there like attack of opportunity, like rules or anything when you're engaged?
It's assumed that for any ground target, you can always get within range to attack. It's air targets that you need range for.
Beautiful. I believe I would like to... I want to get a little distance from them. But like, hey, this is a JRPG. We're gonna do it in a little bit of style. You know, she just kind of looks, maybe does a little whoosh of the shadows around her, making it a little difficult to see exactly what's happening, and do a little like run wall, jump over, kind of get on the other side where I can see all 3 at one point in time. Still clutching the dagger, will cast another spell. And I would like to, I think, also probably starts mumbling something, seeing as I have to have some sort of incantation and hand movement with spells. And the shadows will kind of like run along the ground away from me and kind of start to like wrap around their arms and legs. And I want to cast Torpor? I don't know how you say it. But basically, I can pick up to 3 creatures. Would like all 3 of them, please. We better end this quick, so I'm gonna run out of MP. I'm gonna pick up 3 of them, please. And I would weak, I believe, is might, right?
Mhm.
Impact. And they're hitting with swords, so I think I would
Swords, yeah.
like to inflict the weaken condition on them. It does say I have to roll because it's got the little lightning bolt. So do I just do?
What kind of magic is it?
It's my spiritist.
Spiritist.
It's offensive spell. Just says magic check.
Yeah.
Is that
I
just my
believe
will
Spiritist
insight?
is insight willpower, but I'll double check.
I was pretty sure, but I don't remember.
Spells.
He's pretty nice.
Offensive spell. Spiritist is insight willpower. Yep.
Beautiful. That is a 10 and an 8, so 18.
Yeah. Against their magic defense of the embarrassingly low number of 8.
Beautiful. So yeah, it feels like they are wading in like mud when they're trying to move.
I do need you to make a magic check. As you are casting out your magic, there's something that tries to reverberate just a little bit of that back at you.
Ooh, okay. That is double 7s, if that matters in this sense.
Their runic plate starts to glow, but your magic just pushes through it.
Double 7s is a crit.
It is. You get an opportunity.
In the Discord
is
chat,
listed.
there's a thread for rulebook references. And there's opportunities table. I can tag you in there.
Please.
Doubles are either very good or very bad. Usually very good.
Yes. Okay. Oh, let's make this a little bigger here. Ooh, okay.
Good ones in there.
Can I cast an additional spell? Is that what this means?
For which one?
I'm looking at the table, or am I looking at the wrong table? Hold on. This seems to just be actions. Yeah, that's just actions.
Yep, the
Okay.
opportunities table.
Opportunities. There we go. Perfect.
And if you need some time, we can always come back to it.
Yeah. Actually, could I, because with my spell, I have to choose between weakened and... I have too many tabs. Too many tabs open in my Adobe. Okay. Slow and weak. Could I just also make them slow?
Cool with that.
Just give them both. Give them just really just start nerfing them bad.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I believe that's going to bring them down to D6s for pretty much everything. Which
Oh,
is
yeah.
rough. Yeah, I mean, I think there's that moment of, their runic plates pushing back, and then you just double down, and it just washes over them like a wave.
Love it.
Oof, that hurts. That means that they literally... Oh wait, no, because they get a +5. It is very unlikely they're going to hit now. But,
Because I hurt real bad from that one hit, so I need them to not do it again.
well, thankfully, they only get to the multi-attack on their very first attack. From here, it's just one attack. But yeah, those two that you slipped away from both pull out pistols, aim, and just take shots at you from your vantage point. And they are now down to D6s. Yay! That's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total to hit you for the first one.
Nope.
And second is an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit.
That one, what? Real quick.
Yes.
When it says, I have a line that says result of their accuracy check. Like that would be like their result is a 12.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Mhm.
And I'm guessing meeting will hit me.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm dirty in mind points still for a bit, so I would like to use my sharpshooter ability, Crossfire. When a creature you can see performs a ranged attack, you can spend mind points equal to their result to have the attack automatically fail against all targets. You can use this skill if you have a ranged weapon equipped, which I do, and has no effect if the accuracy was critical.
That would have been 16 points of damage.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, no. Little shadow shield just pops up real quick.
They see the shot connect, and the shadow full on plays it out as and then faints, but then just dissipates in the shadow.
Then I'm just standing right next to the shadow that was making the thing, just with a shit-eating grin. That's all you can see under the hood.
Well, they are seeing that you are whatever you are, will turn and just also charge into the warehouse. But that only leaves
Aw,
one
you
with the
wanna play
ability to
anymore?
attack. And of course, this one is going to attack Ophi and Zarya. This one hasn't attacked yet, so
Don't
he
you dare.
still does get the multi-attack.
Don't you dare.
Even though I shot him and burned him?
Yeah, he hasn't,
Let me at him.
attacked yet.
Let me at him.
Ophi's in the way of the target. Target is within reach. Onto Ophi
I'm so angry.
with double sixes for 17 to hit.
17 to yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, hoop. Okay, fine. Yeah. It's fine. Hit me. I can take it. Is that 17 damage as well?
It would be 6 plus 11 for 17 damage, yeah.
It's okay. This is fine. I have to do math. It's fine.
We're gonna add plus 4 to the next attack. We're gonna take advantage of the next attack.
Okay. Don't make me cry, Hoop.
8, 13, 17 hits Zariel. Just
Hoop.
shoulder checks you, just driving the blade, like creating some separation. Even just a half step back is enough to bring it down onto Zariel for 16.
Hoop.
Much like you'd heard kind of all afternoon, you would hear an eep. And I have a villain point.
Hoop.
Who gave you that villain point, Hoop?
I certainly can't name any doc names. That would be
We had a hero one at the
irresponsible.
beginning of the game. Can we counteract?
Take one, please.
Let's take one more attack. This one is on the Sprout because you did shoot him in the back.
Oh, thank God. I love you, Sprout, but
Well, I don't know if those are going to show up.
Double ones.
Those
Ones?
are snake
Ones?
eyes.
Yeah, baby.
eat it, Hoop.
Sprout, that means you get an opportunity.
Okay. Oh god, I'm so stressed. Let me look.
Sorry, Doc. I tried. Also, Hannah, thank you so much for the gift sub. You're amazing.
I don't know that I can claim this, but I would love to use plot twist,
Ooh.
and I would love for there to be, like, fuck. I don't know that I know enough about the Osprey, but like, I would love basically an extra comrade on scene, preferably
You've been
in the
watching us.
warehouse.
Been
But
watching them and me separately.
I would love to have another person on the scene.
As that, blade whips around back towards you. Just like inches from you, that their blade is stopped by just these twin daggers that come out and just catch it. And would you like to roll their attack?
Sure. What do I get to roll?
His dexterity plus insight. So that's a D10 and a D8.
Do they get any bonuses?
Plus 5.
So that's a 13. Rolled
What was
7 and a 1.
What was your highest roll?
7.
7. So that is 12 points of damage. Almost dropping that one, as their blade is caught by the twin daggers, parried off to the side, and then just rips their own blade across the armor. As a shadowed figure, decked out in the same attire as Cadence, is just by your side, clearly fighting alongside with you. That villain point couldn't have gone worse in my favor. But yeah, that's it. That's the 3 of them done. Out.
Does the sniper not go?
Yes. Thank you. I mean, he has a knife. It's not...
It's not gonna go
Yeah.
well.
There's a 50% chance, so I get to counterattack on his attacks. So I want him to try and stab at me with that knife.
It's a D6 and a D8. For 19 to hit.
19 to hit? Yes, that
19
does
to
hit.
hit.
And it is an odd number, which I do not get to counterattack.
Which is going to be 12 points of physical damage.
Cool. It's disappointing.
And the sniper, whenever they inflict damage, gets to learn a weakness if you have one.
Mechanically, no.
Leave it up to you what the answer to that question would be.
Well, let's get fun with it. Her left knee isn't as mobile as it could be from an old injury.
Just
We're working that in
lashes
with
out
the
at
favor.
you. What's that?
I said we're working that in with the favor. I'm just gonna add these details. There was some incident. Me was a part of it.
Lashes out at you, sees that you favor that knee ever so slightly, and just not the bladed side, but like the pommel, just brings it down hard on that knee. And that's it. That's so many abilities. They have so many abilities that deal so much damage from range and can do nothing with it. But that's it. Over to Scrap.
Ophi first, correct?
Did
you
Ophi
already
go
go?
higher?
We were
Yeah.
in the
Ophi had,
second
like, 12.
bracket, but yeah,
Okay,
I rolled
Ophi.
a 3.
Ophi, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna, surprising no one, I would like to stab this goon that has just tried to stab Zariel. And surprising no one even harder, I would like to do it in a way that also commits arson. So a fun thing that I can do is I can spend 1/3 of my hit points to do one of my fun little morphs, which we all know one of them is fire, right? I can be on fire sometimes, and I would like to do that because I am sick of this fool, and fools typically do not like fire. So the sword is still a sword, right? But it is now red hot, like it just came out of the forge, and I would like to swing at this fool again. But also a fun thing that I can do is I can ignore that and roll instability instead. So I don't lose any hit points, but I do have the possibility of getting very unstable.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not, I haven't hit my cap yet. We're good. We've got time. It's fine. It's great. So I would like to hit this guy, but now it's fire damage.
Yeah.
So get dunked on,
No
I guess.
resisting that.
Yeah. I sure hope it don't. Let's once more with feeling. That is, I don't know if that'll be enough. Double force.
8 total?
I don't think I have.
You have a hero point.
I would like to hero point to reroll that because that is a bad number and I don't like it.
You know
Or
they have
double, but
defense
not the
11.
fun type of number. That's much better, thank you. That is a 16.
Is it a crit?
No.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
16 definitely hits.
16. Yes, and that high die was a 9, so let's see. That's going to be 17 points of fire damage straight to the gut.
How would you like to personally, and with all of the vengeance in the world, finish him?
Honestly, it is, as angry as it is entirely without ceremony. This fool does not deserve that, and I have better things to do, namely save my friend. So it is straight up, like, it looks really cool. Ophi does not say any fun punchy one-liner or anything. It is just red hot sword, straight through this guy's gut, like, pulls it out and drops him, and then turns back to Zariel.
Almost wordless, just before he can even react, that blade is just driven through, and he drops. Looking back to Zariel, you see that nasty slash. And she is looking up at you.
I don't know if I can do any, like, mechanically, I don't know if I can do anything else. Oh man, I have a piece of red hot metal. I know what I need to do, but it's gonna suck. But it might save their life. So
Seeing like the
Nobody
fire and like that wing that was part way out has now is like glowing like a superheated red. She just looks at you. You're a phoenix. And then just
No. Zariel, stay with me. Talk to me. And she's fucking, I'm sorry, and then she'll put the blade up to that wound and try to close it somehow, and just anything to keep them awake, even if there is probably not any hope left. But Ophi has nothing but hope.
you'd certainly hear the searing.
I think you just hear it like it's a yell, but also kind of like whisper on the wind at the same time. Real weird scenario. What the fuck are you doing? Stop. From outside the store.
Sprouts.
Okay. I would like to backtrack a little bit because I forgot that I have the painful lesson trait. So when they did damage to me, I get to study automatically.
Yes.
So I'm gonna roll for that. That's a 7 total. I am trying to figure out if I can hear what they're saying when they were chanting. Okay. So I would like to. How are the 2 that are with us still looking?
I'm pretty sure they're unhurt.
Damn. Okay. I would like to shoot one of them.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. One of them was hurt because they took the 7 damage from your push.
Oh, that's right. Okay, but they're not looking that bad. Okay, so I would like to shoot one of them with Inferno's Embrace.
Or do you want to take the 7 fire?
The other one will take the 7 fire. So whichever one has not been damaged will take the 7 fire. It's gonna be a. It's a 15 to hit.
Beats an 11.
So it's gonna be. I can't do basic math. 23 points. 9 plus 14 is 23. 23 fire
plus
damage.
7, brings that one up to crisis.
Okay. 7 to the other one. And then I would like to use my Shadow Strike ability. I'm allowed to roll my might die, lose the amount of that amount of HP, and if it doesn't bring me to 0, then I get to attack again.
Ooh. So cool.
Was that the wrong dice?
Give me a D10.
Yeah. Okay, so I lose 8 HP, which does not drop me. Can't do math. Okay.
Yes.
And I would like to now shoot the one that took the fire damage and do the fire damage to the other one.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be
7.
that's a 14 to hit.
Only hits.
That's gonna be 21 points of fire damage to one of them, and then the 7 points to the other.
And one is sitting at 37 damage. They are in crisis. The other is at 28 damage, not quite in crisis.
Okay. And nobody. Cadence is the only one that's up in that. Went after the other one, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That will be it. I would like my buddy to stay with us because I trust that Cadence can handle herself.
Right.
Does the Osprey agent stay? They're not just like a one-time thing.
Oh, they stay.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, cool.
I'll have them act on your turn just for ease of keep things settled.
Can you remind me what I'm rolling for them?
Their dagger is a D8 and what did I say? A D10 and a D6.
So it's an 8 on the dice. I think you said plus 5.
Plus 5, yep.
So 13 total.
13. What was the high die rolled?
6.
6. So that's 11 points of damage. We'll try to take out the second one. Not quite taking them out, but just a flurry of dagger blows into this one.
I would like them to get between Zariel and Opie, and then
Absolutely.
the bad guys. That's my turn.
End of the round. I'm gonna spend a villain point, or not villain point, Ultima point. Capital point?
You already used that, baby.
You spent it already?
Doc gave me one, but JT gave me one at the top of the stream.
Gee, that's just disrespectful. I cannot believe that you would come for us like this.
You would come to you do in the hour of Zariel's need.
And we are going to Fulgur. Just an incantation just fills the street. A voice that Sprout has heard before when your girlfriend was taken from you. And this is insight plus willpower. So
Also, she's not my girlfriend, Hoop. Shut up.
God, stop. D10 and D8. This is against everyone's magic defense.
Including me?
Yes, everyone in the scene. That's... No one should be able to beat a 19 with their magic defense. Oh, no! I'm sorry. It's up to 3 creatures. It's not everyone in the scene. Cadence is nowhere in sight, so we're gonna go Enola, Ophelia, and Sprout. This is instantaneous. It is bolt damage. Anything resistant to bolt damage?
I don't think
But that is good to
Sprout
know.
is.
Sprout is resistant to bolt.
Yeah, for the quirk that I took.
You are taking 15 points of bolt damage.
And everybody else is taking 30?
30.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There's
You want to know how many hit points I have left?
So many. All
Is
of
it
the
is
hit
it more than
points.
one? Okay. All right.
There's a moment as this spell just rings out. You get a glimpse of this. You could call it like a courthouse, I guess, with just pillars rising up into infinity, and those figures sitting there, staring down at Mara, who's been chained, and just lets out this scream at the same time that the 3 of you are bathed in that bolt. And then it fades.
So, is this like one of the guys on the ground is casting it?
No.
This just happened from somewhere. Okay.
As that bolt subsides, one of them is so close to death that he's already just dropping to a knee. The other one that's still around crisis just kind of looks around for a second, shakes their head. Who the hell are you people?
Can I study action since I took damage?
Yes.
Was there anything that I could see in that scene? Is what I'm trying to get at. Did I see that? I saw the scene, right?
Mhm.
Or were you referencing something? Okay. Oh, fuck. Damn it, that's a 7.
What were you trying to get?
I want to know what Kian wants is a way to figure out how to get an access point, but I don't know that Sprout knows what to look for to indicate that there is some sort of way to access anything. So I feel like it would just have to be something that like really stands out. I don't feel like they would know exactly what to look for.
There's not really much more at just that moment you're seeing it that you didn't really get the first time. And I think you'd be able to tell that this was a moment of reaching out, just grasping at whatever she can from Mara, trying to get back to you, but undergoing almost a torturous inquisition.
Do I get the sense that this is currently happening, or is this like a flashback?
It seems current, yeah.
Thank you.
But with those 2 that are still standing, the one up in the tower with you, Cadence, and the one out in the street, both just look lost. The one that got stabbed by your rapier of starlight just looks down at the wound, looks up at you. hell away from... What did you do to me?
You shot my friend.
What the hells are you talking about? You stabbed me!
Drop your weapons.
Fine. What's... Like, looks and sees just that massive crossbow bolt ready to fire again. I don't... Where am I?
I don't think I say anything. I will grab them roughly by the shoulder and march them down the stairs. You saved this person's life because I was about to go out the window on top of them. Just to let you know.
As you're dragging that one down, the other one, very similarly, is like weapon out, just pointed at each of you. Where am I? What's happening?
Are we
There's
still
just a
in-
very wet cough from inside the shadow as I'm just probably coughing up blood at this point because I'm so close to death. Ignoring him fully, probably walking past, maybe even just shoving him out of the way to just get in this building for a second. We're gonna heal, baby. I'm just like, I can't deal with this right now. I just point to the Osprey guy and just like, just talk to him. And that's, hold on, how does my heal spell work? I'm hurting. Ophi, I'm assuming, is hurting. This person that just got their body cauterized, are they in a point in which I can heal them, or are they like...
They're alive for the moment.
Cool. Sprout, you took half damage, so I'm assuming you're decent enough, or should I not heal the NPC and heal you?
No. I think take care of the NPC. I'm pretty low, but don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, I think this time, instead of the shadows doing a little thing, I think there is a bit of a lightness to it. It's almost like a fog, kind of that lighter kind of smoky energy. As I, just kind of like plop down next to Ophi and NPC, and the three of us, Zariel, recover 40 HP.
You roll a magic check, please.
I can. That's real good. That's a 9 and a 6, so...
Yep.
15.
Again, it's just like pushing through just this almost like massive mud. But that smoke comes in and then glows like it was illuminated by moonlight, your dagger switching from shadow to moonlight. And just bathing the three of you in healing magics. Zariel immediately eyes open, trying to push away, feeling the bolt still in their shoulder, and just flopping back down.
I think Ophi initially had gone to push you away, like, who the hell are you getting close to my friend? 100%. And then, like, see Zariel wakes up, completely forgets about you. 100%, like...
I've completely forgotten about y'all at this point, too, as now I'm just sitting on the ground, looking at this, like, hired hand, like, okay, we're fine. Fully just watching whatever happens over here.
Back to just, like, check the pulse. Are they breathing? Okay. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. But you're alive. I told you.
You're like a phoenix.
I suppose I am. Thank you for that.
Would you go on a date with me?
There's genuinely a couple seconds where, like, the expression doesn't change. It's genuinely just, like, processing power. Yes. Only if you do not die first.
They won't die, it's fine. I just yank the bolt out of his chest.
Just, like, immediately, like, apply
Magic seal
pressure.
healing.
Like,
Yeah. It closes up almost immediately after.
who are you?
Oh, hi. I'm Manola. I'm friends with Cadence. Well,
I am Ophelia.
friends.
I am
co-workers, I guess. Associates.
associates. Yes. Me too.
Congrats.
Are they gone?
That the Osprey agent has like started cleanup duty, basically like pulling the bodies out. Just like the mercenary that was, still relatively standing has just been subdued and is like face down on the ground.
I would like to grab him
Yeah.
before the
Not going
Osprey
anywhere.
does. As soon as like Sprout realized that he was not like keyed into what was going on, the mercenary, he would have like grabbed him by the lapels and like slammed him into the wall, and is just yelling, "What was that? What just happened?" Because as far as Sprout knows, these guys are the only thing connected to what they just saw.
Get your hands off me!
Where the hell did you come from?
I don't know. How did I get here?
I'm still holding them by the lapels, and I pull them back and slam them against the wall again. I need you to remember something.
This heavy crack. What do you want from? I don't know.
Does this seem sincere?
I won't make you roll. He legitimately has no idea what's happening. As Cadence comes marching out with another one in tow, very similarly lost.
I think it takes Sprout a second to process that, because they don't want that to be true. They want to know what is going on. And then would see Cadence probably glance at the other Osprey agent and would just kind of scoff, shove them again into the wall, and walk away. They're still going to try to reach out. I don't know that there's even anything there that they could get to, but they are desperately trying to like recall what just happened.
A minuscule connection, which you would again hear us for it.
I'm just going to go inside and kind of collapse against one of the walls and slide down.
The agent comes up beside you, Cadence, like taking the other shoulder. Back home for one day, and what are these, assassins? I don't. What'd you piss off out there, Cadence?
I don't know. Have them interrogated. I'm gonna bring the others back to my home. Send maybe a dozen agents. I don't want this to happen again.
Where? They don't look like they even know the time of day.
Send them to me. Have them meet me at my house. I don't know who this was. I don't know where they're coming from. Some kind of psychic hive mind thing. See if our mages can get anything out of them.
Yep. Give me my night off, but whatever.
Thank you for the assist.
Yeah. Buy me a drink. Hoists him up and lets out this sharp whistle. More agents just start appearing out of shadows and helping to hoist him up.
Cadence immediately heads inside. kind of like is glancing at everyone to make sure they're okay, but is heading for Zariel.
Battered, bruised, still kind of reeling, but seems fine.
Yeah, Cadence is still on the ground. Is that where Zariel is? Yeah, Cadence just drops to a knee and wraps them up in a big hug.
Still sore.
You'll live.
Is this what you do? Is this your life? You could just get shot at? Like people with crossbow bolts?
Quite often, actually.
Why? Why do you want to live like this?
I ask
We
myself
don't
that
have another
sometimes.
choice.
Alright. Like, kind of painfully gets up.
Is everyone else okay?
Sophie is bloodied, which is odd. Because I don't think Ophi does that. It is not hers. But significantly better, thank you, Enola.
You're welcome. I don't think I have much energy to help you magically, Sprout, but I could do first aid, I guess, if you need. Whatever
Sprout
that was.
doesn't say anything, but looks pretty beaten up. I have 18 hit points, so pretty far below crisis for me.
I could make something to help
Any of you can spend inventory points if you'd like.
to do that.
I haven't
do
paid
have-
to replenish mine.
I do have my own inventory points that I'm happy.
I've got inventory points, and I can replenish more than y'all can. So
How
I
frequently do you replenish MP? Is that
Whenever
in a
you
rest?
you can, yeah. You can also
I'm literally
spend-
one MP too low to be able to heal you.
You could spend
I need 10 of 9.
inventory points to get an NP potion.
do you need one?
I mean, I could get you back up to
So-
at least better shape.
You can spend 3 inventory points to recover 50 MP or HP.
And then how frequently do inventory points?
You
When you
basically
can
pay to recharge them.
Gotcha.
You just have to be in a place where you could buy things.
It costs 10 zenny for every
buy
inventory
things.
point you want to recharge.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and spend some then, because I feel like getting you 40 HP back like that is good.
Well, let me, because I don't want you to pay for the MP and then immediately have that depleted again, in case something else comes out of the shadows to kill us.
Valid.
But I can
Valid.
spend. I have plenty of inventory
Do
points.
one of them, and then somebody else can do the other. We can do both.
I can heal myself. If it will make Ophi feel better, I mean, I mechanically Kian can do it. Narratively, Sprout is like pretty gone. So
If you want to mark off the
I can do
3
it.
inventory points,
Yeah.
that
I
will
gotcha.
recover 50 MP for Enola, and Enola you can choose 3 targets to recover 40 HP.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Does
it's more
anyone else need any
cost-effective.
more? Sprout? Cadence? I literally, my last one got me back up to full, so I am good. Do you need any more, Ophi?
40's a little bit overkill for what I'm missing. I don't know where Zariel's at mechanically.
Zariel went to 0.
Oh, so if Zariel's got room to grab more, then
Oh, no, 40 will bring them back to full. So
then I guess
basically,
yeah, I could
Enola,
top
you
up.
could spread this to get everyone back to full.
Could top up.
So, all y'all
If
get
no one else is.
40 more. Should this be tagged down to?
We need to move somewhere more secure.
We can probably help with that if we need, unless you had a better idea.
We can go back to my house. The guard's there.
Wait,
Will we
you're
be safe to
requesting
move?
me to leave my warehouse.
Unfortunately, yes. I don't know why they were after you, but we can't leave you here.
And thanks to the show that happened outside, I bet there are going to be plenty eyes on this to keep it safe.
Yeah. Pack up anything you might need or want.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Will we be back?
Here?
I bring the eggs.
Yes.
You weren't kidding about that.
No, they are very much real. I'll stick my head out the door at the where the Osprey are doing the cleanup, and I'll just point to 4 of them. You 4 on me.
Blades just twirl and tuck back into their sheaths. So you all know, Zariel had a bond of loyalty to Cadence, which hasn't changed. Now has a bond of affection towards Ophelia, a bond of admiration towards Enola and Sprout.
Yeah.
But they take just a few moments to gather, like, tools and just, like, necessities, a toothbrush.
Ophi
Stuff
would
into
help
a
with
pad.
tools. If they give her a list.
Yeah.
She can find them.
Just, like, lucky hammer and, like, the first wrench that they ever owned, and, like, a bag of lucky nails.
Lucky nails.
Love them.
Love them so much. Great.
But yeah, your guards await, and I just need someone to make a travel roll. This is now up to a D8.
I want to
Cool.
also, like, as traveling, like, maybe, like, keep a little distance, sticking the shadows, trying to get more of a point of view over the travel area, you know, like keeping them in sight, but doing some of the shortcuts, making sure there's no other snipers. Like, she's in full mission mode.
Who wants to roll it? Keep in mind that rolling a 6 or higher is bad.
I don't
Do
have
it
any
if-
D8s out, so no.
I'll grab it if nobody wants to. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. 2! Is that a whammy?
Nope.
Excellent.
That's Ophi rolled. I will let you describe this journey. Your adjectives that you can choose from: rampant, enchanting, puzzled, unadvised, exultant, or finicky.
Oh.
Means.
I feel like puzzled might be a good one. Because I feel like there's a lot of questions happening while we walk, even if it's like Cadence, hushing us a lot, if we're trying to be sneaky. But I feel like there's a lot of because there's a whole new person here.
Exultant
What is up with that?
means triumphantly happy.
No.
It's
No,
not the
super not that. I wish. But yeah, I feel like I feel like puzzled fits because it's a lot of asking questions, and probably being shushed because we're supposed to be, covert in a sense about this. But like who is Enola? What happened? What were all these people? Why are they attacking us? Why are they trying to kill Zariel? Are you gonna be mad if I go on a date with your friend? Like, it's a lot of like whisper, like hushed, like whispers at Cadence, and then like at like Enola, like, who are you? What are you doing? What's your deal? Sprout, are you okay? Are you gonna be mad? Like, what's like? It's a lot of catching each other up, I think, on things. So.
Which I think, for as annoyed as Cadence might seem, I feel like this Ophi being Ophi kind of breaks the tension. And the fact that you're not seeing any snipers, you're not seeing, a band of mercenaries waiting around every corner for you. It is quiet. The sun is starting to slip down below the horizon by this point. The high walls and towers of this city mean that even with the sun at this point, even though it is still daytime, shadows just bathe the streets of gray. And Sprout, I think you'd notice that Enola seems to be just kind of followed by this shadowy essence. Not just casting her own shadow, but it's almost separate entity that just sticks right behind her.
Does this look like an entity that I've seen before?
In different forms, probably.
Does this look like an entity that is a deity or death embodied?
Piece of a deal.
Without saying anything, you all would see Sprout swing the crossbow out and point it toward Enola. Before realizing
I pulled mine out. Excuse you. Yeah, just in the middle of the street.
Before kind of figuring out that this is, I'm guessing probably Scorus, some version of Scorus. Before realizing that, drops the crossbow very quickly and looks at Enola. Do you know that you have a companion with you, behind you?
It's your shadow on the wall.
Do you need more healing?
I would stow the crossbow. No, you're, the tattoos, Scorus. Right behind you. Can't tell is Taylor frozen?
Yeah.
I thought Enola was just very confused.
Hi. She took a really long time to respond.
Enola.exe has also ceased to function today.
Yeah. Anyway, do you need healing? That's where mine cut out. I don't know when it cut out for y'all.
Sprout just said that Scorus is right behind you.
No biggie, there's a god behind you.
It's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh. I guess that's why I felt I needed to talk to you.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Yep.
Does it seem to like look at me, or is it just like?
Doesn't really have a face. It's just kind of shadow.
I'm gonna stick my hand through it.
You can't just stick your hand through people.
I mean, from Enola's perspective, you just reached out and just touched her shadow.
And I don't feel anything. Nothing happens. I pull my hand back and kind of look at it. I don't know what to tell you, but looks like you've at least got Scoris' favor.
Seems to be a recent development. Well, I guess I'm excited. I'm going to lose this favor with Cadence. It seems like we have more things in common than meets the eye. Shadows and dragons and all. Gives like a little wink finally, like her like admitting that very clearly her birthmark's like a dragon.
Do you know anything about the Soul Network?
Hey, God, do I know anything about the Soul Network?
Are you there, Scoris? It's me, Enola.
It's kind of this like separate mental plane. Most people that have any adeptitude in it at all use it as a means of long-range communication. It's like those amulets tap into that a little bit. There are certainly very powerful mages out there that can tap into the Soul Network and can manipulate it, but like high level, high upper management type stuff.
Yeah. It's like familiar. I don't think my abilities of healing people have quite granted me enough magic to tap into it myself yet.
If you come across
I've
it
got
on
some
your,
great books though about it.
Books?
if you could send those my way, I'd appreciate it.
Of course. I'll run home and grab them before y'all leave town.
I think if it is okay with you, because we're not like officially in downtime, but I feel like Scoris like favoring Enola probably gives Sprout a bond of mistrust, only because this is like Sprout has never seen a deity attach itself to somebody like this. And Sprout's only awareness of strong things attaching to people is Mara, and that, like, this is just bringing a lot of questions. Like, mistrust is a strong word, but it's more of just, like, curiosity
Hesitation.
and, like, yes.
Wary.
Hesitation's a good word, yeah.
Wary.
And you now are forming that bond.
Or I'm like, oh boy, someone gets me.
Sprout's just like, maybe.
Enola forms a bond of loyalty.
Noah will remember this.
The five of you are escorted to a district very different from what Sprout has seen so far and what Ophi has seen so far. What was kind of organized chaos and life and inventions and just mess. Now in the Arcana Heights, everything is clean and organized. Guards are on these constant patrols, which they would see all of you, see your Osprey escort, and just keep going the other direction. There's these platforms that just rise and fall, just magically floating and moving from tower to tower. You'd be led to one that immediately rises up, brings you to just this long, like, marble bridge that leads to a massive building.
I think we're making this bond with Sprout. I'll just kind of lean over. I'm like, did you know that she was hot shit? Or is this new? She's
No.
secretive. I just don't know how much she shared.
She has always been hot shit since the day that I met her.
Glad to see nothing's changed.
During that conversation, Sprout would have also asked Enola, did you see anything when that spell took effect? Any...
I didn't see anything other than the the
Just
actual
heard the
magic.
incantation, and then that burst of magic just filled the street.
No, yeah, nothing different, which is concerning. I don't like sourceless things, which is rare. So I'm wondering if something had an eye on us we were unaware of.
Sprout does not say anything.
The door flies open. A figure in a nightgown with just like a robe pulled over top of it comes stepping out. Anna, would you like to describe this figure?
Did we do a description for her? I actually realized I don't know if we did.
No?
She favors Cadence. Looks a few years older, but definitely favors Cadence. Same black hair, but shorter. No color in it, though, unlike Cadence's. Thin. She looks like she's of a high class. Her clothes are very clean, very new. She looks very well put together, even in this sort of state.
Told you to stay out of trouble. What happened?
Mercenaries, I guess. They seem to be psychically controlled of some sort. I don't know.
Get in. All of you in.
What would be like the normal in this town, like greeting to someone of like this stature? Is there any like special like, oh god, you're really important, like little bow or anything, or is it just kind of like
Bow.
just immediately? Dude, expected.
Opie's sort of immediately doing the same. Like, I think since we've gotten to this like fancier part of town, Opie is standing straighter, walking straighter, like behaving itself a little bit more rigidly.
No arson.
But no arson currently. Yeah, no, I think the wing has been wrangled. Like this is business, Opie.
She immediately is like, just don't. Thank you. Don't get in. Just get in.
We do that.
Shuts the door behind you all. Well, all right. You don't look too badly hurt.
We've had a lot of healing. It was a rough fight.
Finally have a partner that can heal your wounds instead of help cause them.
It's my motto.
I know you.
Yeah. More recently or previously?
Both, I suppose.
A lot of people only know of me recently, and that's not usually in my favor.
Their bedrooms are upstairs. Take your pick. Enough to house you all. It needs a drink. Be down in the study. Feel free to join me.
And I will.
Sprout will go.
Yeah, I will point to each person, like Ophelia, Sprout, Enola.
Thanks for helping me not die as well, I guess.
I don't know who I am.
I don't think it's come up.
I just worked all these years. Be a high scholar, and Stu just doesn't even. No, it's fine.
It hasn't come up in conversation. Cadence is just pushing past her towards the study.
Amazing commitment we've never seen. Yeah, any of you that want to go and rest and tend to your wounds, you're welcome to do so. anyone that wants to join for drinks in the study, you're also welcome to do so.
I think there's definitely like a hand reached out to shake, like, pleasure to meet you, and then realizes that it is probably gnarly looking. Kind of looks a little bit like, oh, I'm sorry. It is nice to meet you.
Like, for the first time, like, meeting your eyes, looks down, looks you over. Immediately, eyes flip over to Cadence. What?
I told you we needed to talk more.
What are you?
I am Ophelia.
Make a little face of like.
I think they will sort of start to explain and then look to Cadence like, is it okay? To like talk about me?
I think Cadence kind of steps back into this conversation. Can we talk privately?
Sure. Cabinet there at the end of the room. Whatever you want, you're welcome to it. Keep in mind that some of that is very expensive. And turns with Cadence out.
Sprout
There will
grabs
be, like,
whatever
little,
looks
like,
expensive.
There will be like a little noise to like, hopefully not rudely, but try and stop their turn or leave for a second. Like, oh, at some point in time today, if you both wouldn't mind, I think I have some things I would like to speak with to see if maybe, if it's not too much to ask, you could help me with.
Of course. I guess soon, help to keep my sister alive. The least I could do. Step out of the room. Be Ariel would kind of squeeze your hand. I'm going to go rest. I got shot.
Yes, please do not drink. You have wounds. Please
You should
rest.
make them hurt less.
I got
They make them bleed more. You should sleep.
They shot me.
We will try not to
You
let
were
that
on
happen again.
fire. I know that there's an expression that's. Well, no, it was.
No, I
that
was
actually-
physically on fire, yes.
Yes.
That happens.
Why does that just happen?
Well, it doesn't just happen. There's a very particular chemical reaction. I will explain later. You should rest.
Gives you one more squeeze and then turns and heads up the stairs.
Look of concern, but okay.
Cadence, your companions are grabbing alcohol that's probably costs upwards of 2,000-3,000 zenny.
Yeah, I knew my sister's mistake as soon as she said, grab what you want.
That's
I'm very quietly pointing out the more expensive ones. Like, take that one.
that's
You're never gonna get a
unfortunate.
chance of it again.
Sprout was not grabbing a glass. Sprout's just drinking from the bottle, so
Just this aged
Sprout didn't come here to
bourbon,
mess around.
hundreds of years old. Probably, like, the technique was pulled from, like, an ancient civilization. Sprout's
Super.
just...
Probably doesn't even taste good. It's just expensive because it's fancy.
Oh, it is meant for sipping at best. Ugh.
doing like one of those annoying things where I'm explaining the aging process and the tasting notes, but not in a way stopping you. Like, I'm not that person's like, it's better for sipping. I'm just like, I'm just talking because I feel like she very much has just that nervous talk energy, but talks about nothing, things that don't matter.
Tensions are high. I'm just gonna talk.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna fill it with all the fucking information in my head.
Is Scorus still hanging out? Or was it like just a street thing?
Probably like at least sheathed my blade and not like actively cloaking. So I don't
Seems
know.
to have faded. But yeah, Cadence, the two of you escorted out of the room, the door shut behind you. Go on.
Our intel about the weapon in Avis Atis was incorrect.
Okay.
Ophi is what I found. Some new kind of being made out of Magitech. The other guilds cannot know about this. You know what they'll do.
You know what I'm supposed to do?
Yes, but you could make the findings of my mission classified.
I'm... Someone needs to study it, her.
Either is fine.
Ophelia.
That too.
Bring in some stuff.
Cadence. One of our technicians, needs to have a full schematic done. Every weapon, every bolt, every metal plate. I can classify it. We need to know if Ophelia is dangerous.
Zariel should be the one who does it.
That's fine with me.
And Ophelia has to okay it.
Of course.
And if she says no?
Just let me talk to them first.
Fine. To turn and re-enter the study.
Thank you.
Woe me. Enters the door to see a half-empty bottle of very expensive alcohol.
I have not moved a single inch. I've just like been waiting.
At least use glasses.
Doesn't even taste good.
If you're going for taste, just... And like goes and picks out some of the ones from the back.
Do they bring glasses over? Because if they
Yes.
don't,
Absolutely brings glasses. Well, proper introductions. No. Cadence is my sister. I am Ree. I am a high scholar. A position usually of respect and power. Unless your sister decides to be a giant butt. You're all welcome to stay in our home. You'll be safe here. Just don't touch anything that looks important. I need a drink. Just pours the glasses and slides them all out. Cadence, would you have this conversation with Ophi tonight, or is it more of a tomorrow thing?
It's a tonight thing, because if Ophi says no, the cover of night will help me get them out of the city easier.
You'd have your moment if you wanted to have this in private, slipping away from the others.
I would, yeah. I would pull Ophi off to the side, into another room, maybe. So going from the study full of books to just another like sitting room, an assortment of like couches and tables and that sort of thing. Half of them look like they're not supposed to actually be sat on, and are more decorative than anything. But yeah, I'll pull Ophi in there and close the door. So I talked to my sister, and she's going to help keep you safe, help keep you hidden, on the condition that they want to do an inspection to see how you function, essentially.
All right.
Are you sure?
I don't see why not. I have had many inspections over the years. I've had many upgrades and tune-ups. It would honestly be normal at this point.
I've
Is this
requested.
all right with you?
If it's okay with you, then I trust my sister. She can keep your information safe.
And I trust your judgment with who to tell.
Well, she can keep the rest of the council from finding out. They're the ones who I would be most worried about. She is.
And she has seen how quite a bit of me works, so seems fitting.
Okay. I don't know how soon it'll be, but probably in the next couple days.
All right.
You're safe here in this house, but if we go out in the street, still make sure to hide.
Of course.
I'm glad you're safe.
Are you safe, Cadence?
I don't know that I'm ever really safe. I have these walls and my position in this city, but there are a lot of people who want to see me fail. So, people who should be allies.
This inspection, this studying, will this put you in any additional danger? Will it put the rest of them in any danger? If someone here knows who I am.
Well, the people who would do the inspection already know who you are. But this should make you safer, and that is what my concern is right now. I can handle danger. I see it all the time.
I know. If this is what will keep everyone safe, it is all right with me.
I hope so. We should get back to the others.
Yes.
check on Zariel, if you don't mind, at some point.
I was planning to. Yes.
You two seem to hit it off fairly well.
They have asked me on a date.
Okay. Is that something you're interested in?
Oh, I have never been on a date before. I think it would be very interesting. But I know that can cause rifts between friends. So if you have issue with that.
No. Zariel is one of my closest friends.
Which is why I
trust
asked.
her.
Okay.
If it will make you happy, and if it will make them happy, then go for it.
I do not know if it will make me happy. That is why I would like to try.
Well, just try not to set anything on fire. We don't need any more attention drawn.
Right. Yes. I will try to keep the arson to a minimum.
Well, we should get back to the others.
Yes. You should get some rest.
I don't know that I'm going to see much of that tonight, but we'll see.
You should try to get some rest.
I will try.
Thank you. And we will walk off to go check on Zariel.
Who is tucked away in just like the first room that they could reach. Got like to the bed, grabbed a blanket, did a burrito twirl, and is just like tucked into like the physical corner of the bed.
Oh, that cannot be comfortable.
I mean, wings are like kind of like partially wrapped around.
Oh, that cannot be comfortable. There's a knock on the door, but they just want to make sure that they're still breathing and vibing and hanging out. Cool. I don't know that Ophi leaves. I think Ophi just finds a nice armchair in the corner and we'll just kind of keep watch. If they sleep, they sleep, but if something goes wrong, they want to be there. Just on call.
Anything else?
I mean, Anola, yeah, I'm muted, is very uncomfortably just kind of like pacing, and wherever people have decided to like congregate to hang out is just not looking comfy in general being here, but is fully in that like, I just want to talk to you guys and then I want to go home like kind of vibe. I don't know if we want to have please help me in conversation in this session, but that is fully like where she is just like waiting for Cadence and Bree? Yeah. To like even just catch eyes with her, and she'll be like, hey.
I mean, while everyone is starting to settle in, and people are kind of disappearing one by one to rest, she would kind of stand by your chair. I do owe you. Whatever your price is, name it.
I have a problem, and I don't know what it is or how to fix it, and I think that's what I need help with. I'm sure you've heard the allegations against me, but
I have.
I don't remember any of it. But I feel like something's wrong, And I know what they're accusing me of is nothing I'm capable of.
Tomorrow, when I go into the council, I'll see what I can do. I might just buy you some time to get the truth. Time is a commodity not everyone has.
Can't even leave the city to look for truth.
Just leans in. Not officially. Good night. And we'll leave to go upstairs. I think that probably just leaves Aiden's to no one.
You're welcome to stay here if you want. I know you have your own home to go back to, but we don't know who those people were or what they were after.
Yeah. I feel like people would get a bit jumpy if I didn't return home. Yet, the same people now know what happened today, so... Fuck it. I bet the beds are more comfortable here.
They are quite comfortable, even the guest ones.
Alright. Would either of you say that this moment would be worth a bond? Or are we still kind of little on the fence?
I think for like Enola, every single person that she's probably dealt with in the last like month has just been either blaming her of something or skeptical or like, you know, just can see that there's like something else in their motives. And like, I feel like being around people that two don't know her and then two that seem to have at least, even if it is just trading in a favor, maybe possibly her best interest is making her feel better than she has in quite a bit. A little more connected.
Enola did help save one of my best friends, and all of my friends that I'm traveling with, so I think so. I think there's at least a little bit of loyalty that has popped up there.
At least on one side of this relationship, there's a bond of loyalty. So, you all finally have a chance to rest, to recover your HP and MP in very soft beds. Like, almost too soft. I think as the morning sun starts to rise and Ree has sent off some of the guards to collect some of your... This is the wrong word. Some gifts for you all. I think that's where we can put a pin in this episode and get ready for the next. See, I told you this was going to be just a chill, just very relaxed episode.
You tried to assassinate my best friend, Hoop.
You gave me a love interest and then tried to kill them, Hoop.
Almost immediately.
Immediately.
Hoop, how
put
dare
on
you?
some happier music.
That's a phrase we don't hear very often.
Alright. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you to everyone that came to support us. Singularity Roleplay, thank you so much for the raid. Sword and Key, thank you so much for the raid. We heckin' appreciate it. I do want to go around one more time and give everyone a chance to tell you who they are and where you can find them on the internet. We'll go the same order we did intros, which means that up first is Ian.
Hello, as I frantically pull open my calendar. Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. You can find me on the internet at uptight_chiffon. What am I doing next? I will be, next Saturday is our season 1 finale of Nova, and I am distraught. It's going to be so good. That has been a delightful campaign. Very much looking forward to seeing where that goes. Over on Singularity Roleplay, I am part of the Camp Runners Cross campaign. That is now a once a month. We got extended to continue, but it's a bunch of queer kids who go to camp. It is a lot of fun so far. I got to use the phrase the other day, the gay panic obstacle. So we're having a good time. It's a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I don't really have a lot on my calendar right now. I'll be back here as Sprout for the next episode of Fabula Ultima. I think there's a project or two that I have coming up that I can't talk about yet, so keep an eye out on the interwebs for that, but that's me.
Heck yeah. Over to Anna.
Oh, hey, that's me. Yeah, still reeling. I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG performer, podcaster, and producer. You can find me on Twitter and whatever other social media we end up on as a community at Archival Dust Bun or Archival Dust Bunny. Send me a friend request on Discord. That's fine as well. As far as where to find me, Monday I will be back here for Symbarum. That is a 2-shot. We're doing this next week and the week after. Tuesday nights you can find me on Ballad of the Seven Dice with Nostradamus Core Phantom Ice. That is our Lancer mini campaign. I play a pilot with call sign Glow and her mag Boiling Point. We are often on fire on purpose. It's always a toss-up whether or not I'm going to blow myself up because reactor stress is a resource when you pilot a Harrison Armory mech. On the 9th, You Force Inheritance, our Masks actual play over on Thorny Dry's channel comes back. We have an amazing cast of characters, including our wonderful guest right now, Bitterthorn Danny. So we have just a great story there of teen drama, trauma, and romance. So if you like any of those in your superhero stories, check that out. If you like Lancer, you can find me a Response Team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast following a PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines of a brewing conflict. We've been described as if Battlestar Galactica had its own red versus blue. So if you like that, or sci-fi war stories, or anything like that, giant mecha, you can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. If you like Digimon, check out Emergent Code, our queer and trans-led Animon story podcast, taking themes from Digimon Tamers and Digimon Survive. We have a couple episodes out now. Things are really starting to heat up as our kids learn more about their partners and more about how the secret ways of the world works. But you can get us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at Emergent Code Pod. And then, of course, keep an eye out for Bloom and Blight, our Girl by Moonlight podcast featuring Kit and Taylor as well. It's really awesome. The premiere for that will be out in just a couple weeks, which is terrifying. And we'll have a trailer ahead of that as well. So give us a follow right now at Bloom and Blight on Twitter. I don't know where that account's going to end up, but for now, that's the best place to find it. And keep an eye out on your podcast networks.
So many cool things. Over to Kit.
That's me. Hi, I'm Kit. You can find me places on the internet at KitRollCause, same way it's spelled, somewhere around me, or also at KitRoll if we're, absconding from that one place. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You can find me just all over. Less places than June, but still quite a few. I will be live with Chaotic Goat Production, playing the next installment of our Cottages in Cerberus campaign. If you like Monster Hunter, if you like cozy cottage building games, if you like a little bit of drama, but mostly it's cozy. I'm playing the most anxious ice cream wizard that you will ever meet. She's a delight, and having a great time, I promise. If you like the romance that you saw here today, the romance and the drama, what? I never thought I would be comparing these two shows like this. But catch us for finally the finale of the first season of A Season of Secrets and Shadows over on Live from the Apocalypse. This is our Regency-flavored Monster Hearts actual play where I am a little vampire who is having a good time, I promise. It is drama, it is romance, it is murder, maybe? The season ends on Friday, the 7th. So check it out. But we have been renewed for season 2, so keep an eye out for that as well. And then not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, keep an eye out on the same channel, Life from the Apocalypse, for the second sort of half of the Shadows Between the Stacks, a Call of Cthulhu 2-table situation. They are just finishing up the first table set in the 1920s, and I will be joining for the second table in the 2020s, where we will be the find out table of the fuck around and find out. So that will be delightful. It's an all-star cast all around. So check that out on Wednesdays for most of July. And I believe that is everything that I am able to announce. Otherwise, keep an eye out. Bloom and Blight Twitter. I will work on other socials. We shall see. But yeah, for other things that I'm not quite able to announce quite yet, follow me on Twitter and other places. All my links are on my Twitter. Go find it.
Heck, yeah. And of course, Taylor, who's joining us for the first time tonight, and
Hello.
just kind of fit just like seamlessly into the party dynamics, and I love it so much.
Like scary good.
Thanks. Yeah, hi, I'm Taylor at _potato_ pretty much everywhere on the internet, wherever we choose to be. I am also TTRPG, performer, producer, graphic design, video, all that stuff. I don't have a lot to talk about because your girl's moving across the state this month. So catch me here and catch the Bloom and Blight podcast when that comes out. But August, get ready. Hoop's literally not going to be able to get rid of me because I think I'm in every mini-series of Lost Caravan in August. So...
Grass is bright and good.
Yup.
Not Avatar Legends.
Not that one. That's the only one yet. See if I can worm my way in. But my other home is High Shelf Collective, where we have all sorts of fun stuff. Maybe I'll come up with some one-shots to do this month, as we're also kind of like nice and in a summer break over there. But then also check out Apochromatic Unlimited, which is an all BIPOC ran zine coming very soon, actual play group, and just all around collective that our goal is just to uplift some more BIPOC voices in this space. And right now, through like the end of next week, we're doing a Pride fundraiser for the Trevor Project. So if you go over to our Twitch, there's already some VODs of three actual plays I've had already, plus some gaming time. We'll have another one on Monday, which will be a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. And yeah, all raising money for the Trevor Project, and for every $10 you donate, you're entered to win one of our prize packages. We still have 2 more to give away, and some Evil Hat gift cards, glitter hearts, PDFs, beautiful dice box. Here, I'll show you the one that LC won, because hey, LC won our first one. Look at this beautiful thing. I haven't mailed it yet. Sorry. I'm gonna wait till everyone wins so I can mail them all at once. But gorgeous. Plus other wonderful just TTRPG and queer goodies. So
Heck yeah.
do that, baby. That's all I got.
Yes, that just leaves me. I, of course, have been Andrew, your storyteller for tonight's game. Breaker of hearts, kidnapper of girlfriends, just all around menace. You can find me here, always, doing everything. And if you want to play some Call of Cthulhu with us, we currently have a casting call out for Call of Cthulhu Week, the Caravan of Cthulhu, which will surely be even more nightmares and just beautiful torment. But that's all I got. This game has been amazing, and I'm so excited for the next one. Speaking of High Shelf Collective, hope they're still live. Sure, right over there.
Looks like it.
Yeah. All right.
That's bad.
As always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.